We are live again.
Oh,
We're live, and then we went off and live again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to episode 47 of our main campaign. We are the Sleepless Knights, a D&D actual play Twitch stream and podcast. We stream Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. EST. Recently changed.
I actually play D&D.
Do you?
Sorry, go ahead.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell. And we release our podcast on Tuesdays and YouTube on Sundays. This week we hit 120 followers in between this stream and last stream.
Thank you, Drinkle.
Big news.
Friend of mine.
Yeah.
Hours.
Follower.
Hours, correct.
And to those that have been hanging about for a little bit, we have been doing a giveaway waiting for 120 followers. We're going to be giving away a D&D book of the winner's choice and a couple other fun gifts from Evan that he added in as a little surprise right at the end there. So I thought it'd be fun to spin on stream, and we're going to see if I can do this without breaking the stream this time. Let's do it. Oh, it would appear that I've broken the stream. No, I didn't break the stream. I didn't break
Jesus Christ.
Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down.
Well, we're offline now, Gordon. Thank
That's a lie. All right. So I got the
Oh my
wheel
gosh,
up.
he's got the pickerwheel.com on the
wheel
stream. On the stream. What the fuck?
All right. So let's
We're
see.
very professional here.
What the fuck? Are we...
How else do you want me to do it? All
You
right.
should have bought a wheel with 120
Yeah,
slots and
yeah.
spun that sucker live.
All right. So first winner. I think we'll do the
Do mine.
book winner last.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So first winner for one of Evan's gifts is gonna be. Oh, I like the noise. I'll turn it down a little bit though. Who is it?
And it was
Murdoch.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
I believe that's one of my friends, Murdoch. So congrats, Murdoch.
Congrats, Murdoch.
um,
You're our first.
yeah.
Nice.
So the
Alright.
first thing that I have to give away.
Ooh, we get to see it.
Should we explain like rules or anything like that when
No.
it comes to
Oh,
like, hey, if you don't respond to us within a certain amount of time?
Awesome.
If you don't
Yes.
respond to us within a week, you're given
Cool.
your slot. We'll roll another one.
Okay, cool.
All right. Next winner is Herberor. I actually know this guy.
Nice
Ooh.
job, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. You get your free D&D book. Congrats. All right. Number 3. Or you get.
Wait, hold on. What are we doing? Hold on. What are we doing? Here?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold
Yeah,
on.
you
What
said
are we
free
doing?
D&D
here?
book?
Are we doing all of mine
We're
first,
doing
or
all
you just
we're doing
spun
all
for the?
5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up,
So that was
Malevity. Congrats, Malevity. Getting one of
Cool.
Evan's special surprises.
Woo! I love it.
All right, number 4.
Here we go. Hype.
Who's it gonna be?
Hype.
Chumster 14.
Chumster.
Choose a new one.
Choose a new one.
Yeah, that's my brother. Choose a new one.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, number 5. Or no, number 4 again.
Number 4. Here we go.
Oh, Tito Tot.
Tito
Ooh.
Tots.
Congrats, Todd.
Awesome.
I don't know what this gift will be,
Nice.
but I'm sure you'll love it.
Was that number 5 or 4?
That was 4.
That was
4. One more. Last one. Here we go.
Caveman Wallace.
Hey, man, Wallace.
Nice.
Big 5th winner. All right.
Okay, my question is, do you remember any of the names that you spun?
Yes.
I have them all written down.
Thank you.
Nice.
Cool. All right.
I had a feeling this was gonna happen.
Yeah, I can pull them up on here if we need to. All right. So Evan, would you like to reveal what your gift is for these 5
Yes.
lucky winners?
Yes. So the first one was Murdoch, correct? And
Mhm.
you won the Dungeons and Dragons starter set,
Oh
Ooh.
shit!
Dragons of Stormwreck
Nice.
Isle.
Nice.
So even if you
Nice.
know how to play D&D, or you already have all the content, give this to somebody that doesn't know. Maybe gift it to somebody that you kind of want to get into D&D. So that's the first thing giving away.
Nice,
Very
nice,
Very
nice. Classy.
Second thing, this was for who?
Herberor.
This. Yep.
Herberor. I have. They're called the Book of Random Tables. Not only one,
Oh.
but 1 through 5.
Oh shit!
There's
Oh,
5
boy.
different books here
Damn.
of
Wow.
random tables. They all have pretty badass art on the front, so pretty cool
Damn,
book.
Yeah, look at that.
And there's a lot of different things, so they
Big
pretty
up
much
for
all
DMs.
contain, pretty much contain any, like, I think it's like 25, what it says on the back, 25 D100 tables for you for a whole bunch of shit, so names,
Wow.
countries, cool stuff like that. Who was number 3?
Malevity.
Malevity. This one's kind of special. Big shout out, by the way, to New Dimension Comics in Pittsburgh. Hooked me up with a lot of this stuff. Pretty cool place. If you're
Nice,
in the
nice.
Pittsburgh area, New Dimension Comics. This is a hardback of the Mighty Nine origin story. This one is not Yasha's, so
Very nice.
Nice.
pretty awesome
That's
artwork in here.
nice.
I've
So,
read the Caleb one. Those things are good.
yes. So that was
Good.
Malevity. Congratulations.
Next,
Congrats,
Good.
Malevity.
Tito Tot.
Good.
Tito Tot.
Oh, Ty.
You won the hardback cover.
Hey.
Of course.
Ooh.
So,
Nice.
I picked my favorite 2 characters from the Mighty Nine, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Beautiful hardback book.
Last but certainly not least, Caveman Wallace.
Caveman Wallace, I hope you're a Critical Role fan because you got Volume 1 and Volume
Oh,
2
Nice.
of the
Nice.
Vox Machina
Very nice.
Origins graphic novel. So,
Very nice.
congratulations.
All right.
Say all the
Congrats,
winners.
guys.
All right, and then our final winner, receiving a D&D book of your choice, physical or digital copy, Roll20 or D&D Beyond, or honestly, whatever site you want it on, we'll get it for you. We'll get it to you.
Any D&D book.
That's gonna be Chilling with Moonlight.
All right.
Ooh,
Congrats,
Hell yeah.
Chilling with
Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Congrats, Chilling.
I'll be getting in touch with you sometime after this stream, maybe even during the break. We'll see what happens. But just keep an eye on your Twitch. You'll get a chat from me, and we'll figure out what you want for your prize. Congrats. All right. And with that out of the way, I believe that's all the announcements I had for the week. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to roll.
Let's die.
Yeah, let's do the D&D
Well, I
thing.
don't know about dying.
Let's
but-
do it!
Ah!
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
is it now? Oh, it's now. Okay.
You know what? You guys lost your 3, 2, 1 rights.
I thought
We
we
never
should be
had
excited.
them if
I
we
don't know.
say anything. I didn't think we had them in the first place.
Gordon didn't like my enthusiasm.
We tried. He timed it, and I'm looking over the stream. We were not in sync, so his timing was obviously off.
What?
Aw.
Your 3, 2, 1 countdown, not right.
That
Okay.
was like I can see what's actually.
Anyway, welcome everybody to episode 47, the Sleepless Night D&D actual play campaign.
Don't say
Uh,
something to me.
We continued our adventure as you all found yourselves in the max security prison, the city of Erebar. Your mission: to obtain a human being, you assumed it was a human, from a high security cell in this prison, one by the name of Cameron McCoy, who you needed for multiple reasons. First, in hopes, you were told by Lillian, a friend of a friend, an old druid that you had met in the Chandlewood long ago, that this McCoy, who she gave you a different name, was to aid you in reviving Castus. Essentially, bringing him back, in hopes to bring him back to his normal self, as he now calls himself Echo, the soulless, undead-ish creature that he now has become, that he's now become, his soul stolen and captured by the god of death, Kellenvor, who sent our now undead friend Echo on a mission to find a blade and to return it to Kelemvor in hopes to free Kelemvor's soul, whose soul is said to be trapped within the blade. Another reason you're here is part of one of your more grander missions to help Cade Snow, or yourselves, retrieve a piece of Syric's soul. And it was said that this Cameron McCoy knows his way into the obsidian vault underneath the palace in Erebar, which is said to have to be the house of this piece of Syric's soul. The two reasons why you trudged through this mentally grueling prison in attempts to find Cameron McCoy. You knew that he was in the lowest parts of the dungeon. When you had emerged, obviously not at the most bottom floor, you began to explore the prison. You tricked a few guards, kind of got them off your trail, and followed sort of their hint, I'll call it, of where the prisoners might be kept, which led you to a room in which you had to solve a puzzle. As it quickly shrank in around you. After solving the puzzle, the door in front of you and behind unlocked, allowing your friends that were left behind, Isaiah, and I believe Avery, were allowed in. Seeing that this might be the only option, finding your target, you pressed on, room by room, each one of them presenting a different series of challenges, riddles, and other forms of torment. Till eventually you got to the last room, in which one of the most unlikely sort in your party was able to solve the last riddle, completely oblivious that I called him the most unlikely sort to solve the last riddle. Still has no idea. Anyway. There he goes. After Calder solves the last riddle, you came to a large steel elevator, which looked to represent a large gibbet. And as you entered, you descended farther and farther to a dark, deep, and vast cavern. You could see cells that line the stone walls, housing all sorts of mad and insane prisoners that even on your descent reached out to try to grab your cage. Eventually, the elevator came to a stopping. In front of you was laid out a rugged red carpet that led a distance to a large set of doors in this cave system, we'll call it. From outside of the cave, or coming from underneath in the crack of the door, you could see this ominous red glow, which made the cave mouth here glow red as well. Knowing that this is probably the place that you might find your quarry, prepared yourselves, and walked up to the door. Going inside this room, you found what looked like some sort of almost like a large chapel area. I won't call it a chapel, but that's kind of what it resembled. And in the very back of the room, you saw this massive red gem, almost shaped to a very tight point. Hanging and suspended above it, you saw a man, clothed in nothing but a loincloth. The red long hair flowing down upon his face. Rough, scraggly red beard. His eyes, looking at all of you, spoke to you in an Irish accent. And said, "Lena, is that you?" Obviously recognizing it's not her, he said, "Who the hell are you?" Before the two men that sat next to the suspended man stood up from their duties, both of them sharpening massive great swords, slowly and silently, as you all entered the room. I call them. I paused for a moment when I said men, because these men are the size of Eggval in terms of height, but broad and of a physique like some sort of a champion. Each one of them clothed in what likes like gold, silver, and bronze armor. Two massive suns on the kneecaps. The two great swords shaped almost in waves till it comes to a fine, sharp point. The blade pure silver. On the hilt is set a gem. And around the gem, a sun. You heard one of them as they stood say, "You will go no further." And I'm going to take you guys to a battle map, because we are going to kick this off by rolling initiative.
Let's
What
fucking
What
go.
if we're just like, all right, see ya. They say we go no further, we just go no further.
Hey, bye then.
Yeah, there's no.
Sorry, we were looking for the bathroom. I think we should take a left on the right.
Everybody see.
Yes.
Yes.
Yar.
Or
Arr.
Yar.
Yarr.
Yeah, yarp.
or
Narp.
Question mark.
oh, okay. This is wow. Ooh.
Smaller than I imagined.
It is
Yeah,
a
same.
smaller space. Everything that's outside of it, like the hallways and stuff, is non-existent. That doesn't really belong to our map.
Self-contained.
And I'm guessing this is the red
The door
crystal.
that stands behind you, that is the crystal. The door that stands behind you does exist. That leads back out into the hallway, the entrance to the cave where Avery now stands outside of the door. So, forgotten view, I will need everybody to roll me initiative.
As we were doing that too, how much ground? Because Calder bolted like the moment he saw these dudes. How much ground would I have covered before initiative, if any?
Now, not really
Balls. Okay.
enough.
It's a text talk.
There it is. Here's my pen. Pen! Present yourself! Good.
Calder's the kind of character to just like be hacking at an NPC during their monologue, like a villain.
It's less. I mean, it's the situation we're in, right? The moment I saw an enemy, like Calder is not gonna wait for them to say some shit.
Oh, that's fair.
You know,
That's fair.
that's not like sound tactically.
It's not what I do.
It's perfectly tactical when I mean Calder's viewpoint is perfectly tactical, especially if there are any casters, because you don't want them saying anything.
Yeah. Close the
Okay,
gap as quickly as possible.
25 to
Put those
20.
fuckers down.
21.
And 21. Anybody else? All right.
Literally
Perfect.
impossible for me.
20 to 15.
18.
16. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The slow guys.
Oh my gosh.
Slow boys up front. Yeah. Let's go.
And Isaiah. All right. A 15 to 10.
14.
13.
I will be writing Cassis, not Echo.
You just hate that name. And my name's
So-
Gordon.
Redrick, you said it was 13?
Yeah.
Who?
13.
All right,
It was
John,
kinda
whatever you say, man.
fucked up.
All right,
Writing the
10
fake
to
name
5.
We're not even using anymore.
9.
9.
9.
It's good. It's good for a support caster to go.
I miss
I'm
anybody?
hoping. It depends where
We
the
all
enemy
go.
goes.
Just Eggval, huh? Okay.
That's it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Big man slow.
Wait, is that Velkin I hear? No.
Anyone else?
Possible style.
Oh, just me.
She found us in a time of need.
Ba, 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 ba.
She's
Not
like,
today. All right, let's kick it off. Ren, the 21. We got it first.
Okay. So these little alcoves here, is there room to like step in them
Which alcoves?
and like
Here?
like right off to the side? Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you'd be like partial. I'd probably give you like half cover.
Okay. I'm just gonna scoot. No, I'm gonna stay where I am for right now. Actually, I'm gonna hold an attack for when one of my allies is within melee to give me sneak attack. And I'm just gonna say, out of curiosity, how much do you guys like your job? We don't have to fight.
Is that it?
That'll be mine. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Calder.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna run. Sword out, shield in front, just booking, barreling towards this dude. I'm gonna, now that I'm up close, use my celestial revelation. So the skeletal wings come out. I will need charisma saving throws from both of these homies.
I'm sure they're wildly charismatic.
Let's
Be
hope
surprised.
Not.
What is the save?
15.
Okay, so it is a failure on the one over here, farther one, and a success on the one you are engaged with.
Okay, the further one away then is frightened of me until my next turn.
Okay.
So as long as I'm in his line of sight, disadvantage on attacks.
Ren, did you move, or are you staying right where you were? I'm sorry, I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
Staying
no,
there.
I was staying for this turn. Yeah.
Not the bonus. So I will swing away. And actually, I'm in range. If your reaction would come into play if you want to hit Rin.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Good.
Nope. That was a natural one.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You go to summon the dagger.
Damn.
It fizzles.
That's a
Uh-oh.
bummer, dude. Okay.
Worse.
Ass. 15?
Misses.
Yeah, I thought so.
You go to bring down your great sword. Oh, yeah, I guess you're using a short sword now. Your sword and hit this
It's a long
mass.
sword.
Oh, it's a long sword.
It's a
This
long
massive
sword.
man
It's
with both
so
hands
long.
on his great sword, quickly, almost like in a flash, and just catches your sword midair, tosses it aside with strength that is unmatched.
Does this look like practiced speed or like supernatural speed?
It's hard to tell. You're in the middle of battle.
Sure. Fuck my little paladin ass. Natural
Good
one.
start, guys.
Natural one.
no.
That die is not getting used for the rest of the
This is flavor. You don't really move, but as he smashes your sword to the ground, he just grabs you by the neck briefly, kind of lifts you just a few inches off the ground, and just tosses you back. You don't fall, but you hold yourself.
Do something. That's me.
It's their turn. You see him, and he just pulls the sword right in front of his face. Yeah, well, okay. And he's just gonna lash out with 3 attacks. The first one pulls it down, slashes, and every slash you hear is just a gust of wind, almost shaking this entire building. You can just kind of feel it in the air. 3 attacks.
3, nice. Oh, guys.
4 14 for the first one.
Miss.
It slams into the ground, causing sparks to kind of spring up into the air. The second one. That's going to be a 23 hit.
That will hit.
I'm really scared of this damage roll. I'm really scared of this damage roll.
16 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Respectable.
That's
Plus an additional 6 more points of slashing damage. As the blade slams into the ground, he picks it up and slices it straight across your body with a horizontal cut. It slashes into your armor, but then it almost, within a flash, he turns it and slices it back the other way. And the
Yikes.
last one. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Just hits.
All right. That is going to be 9 points of slashing damage. And an additional 7. 16 total.
Total of 16. That is well over half my health, guys.
Yes,
One
all
turn. Woo!
Horizontal slash. And as quickly as he goes across, he gives you another one. Just a cross slash with this massive blade, kind of not prepared for it. You try to defend yourself as best you can, but with every blow, it just seems to fall right through.
Oh.
Gonna end his turn.
Yikes.
Okay.
We're done there.
The second one's turn. Fearful of Carl Calder is going to. First thing he's going to do is, So, as he's standing up, he reaches down into his boot and slides what looks like a crossbow out, and fires at you, Redrick.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Dick.
at least it ain't me.
There's like 6 people in a crowd right here. Okay.
Cocked. Oof. That's going to be 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Oof. That's going to be 15 total points of piercing damage as the bolt lodges right into your arm. And you snap it. Throw it down. It is then he's going engage and hit you one more time, and I think he's going to slice it
Disadvantage for Mook.
slice it Isaiah. Which one are you going to do? Yours or Redrick's?
He'll just have disadvantage
Redrick's.
anyway because he's afraid of Calder on all his attacks.
Oh,
Oh,
correct.
yeah. That's true.
Good point.
Gotcha.
Ooh, you should re-roll the first one.
I
then,
will
right?
reroll it.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
it would be a
ask, would that
15.
technically-
oh, that just misses.
So would-
nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just hold on.
Okay.
We'll do this one. Yeah, that one can miss. Correct. Yeah, so just erase the damage.
Got it.
I will re-roll this attack. You're lucky, because I rolled 2 natural 20s in a row right there. But it's still a 17. So a 17 to hit.
Me?
Yep.
Yes, hits.
All right. This is with the great sword. 9 plus an additional 8, so 17 total points of slashing damage.
Ow.
It's an okay
And
sword.
the last one is against you, Isaiah. Wow, I did it again. You're lucky you're at disadvantage. This one is a 15 to hit.
I will shield that, and it won't miss.
You're shielding?
Yep.
Awesome.
Your AC isn't more than 15? Oh no. Oh no.
Neither is mine.
What does it look like when
You're
the
a
shield
bard.
happened? Isaiah.
Especially since he got rid of his actual shield, now he's going to spin the pike, and it's going to leave a shimmering field of coruscating lightning bolts in front of him that the sword just bounces off of.
Okay. He seems almost not expecting this as the sword hits and kind of sending the electricity sparking. It almost breaks through the shield. You can see the half the blade is kind of through the shield as the magical energy is holding it back, and he pulls back. It's gonna end his turn. Isaiah, you're next.
Yay.
Oh. Well, Isaiah's gonna turn to look around and be like, I was saving this one for you, but
Bart.
I think might be a good time. And he takes his new pike, smashes it into the ground, and sparks fly up in front of everybody's eyes. And when they fall back to the ground, he is invisible as he casts invisibility.
Invisibility.
Cool.
And then he's going to move away.
They still get an attack of opportunity just with a
You have to
disadvantage,
see the
correct?
creature.
Do you?
Yeah, attack of opportunity specifies you have to see a creature moving away.
Somebody want to verify that for me?
Yep.
Rolls lawyers on it. I believe Isaiah, but I would like someone to roll.
When a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey.
And then I'm gonna have Ook see if he can twist this guy's helmet around with a smash to the face. Oh, 19 and 6, 25.
That hits.
Wow.
Get him.
Nice.
Oh, one off of max again. 7 and 3, 10 damage.
10 points of damage. You just hear metal on metal. Ting! Just resound, and you just see the man just look at the ape. Confused look.
That's our turn.
Perfect. Castus. Echo.
What?
Whatever the hell your fucking name is.
Okay.
Deco.
How high up is what's his face is above the crystal?
He is almost level with it. It's probably a good 7 feet in the air, but the point of the crystal is touching his chest.
Okie dokie. Okay, I'm gonna move here. Just get away from that a little bit. That was 5. I'm gonna not. I want to shoot the crystal. I want to try shooting the crystal.
Okay.
Why not? Okay. Okay. That's a 17.
17. You go to fire your pistol. It fires. But something odd. You don't see the magical runes light up as you fire it. You hear the ignition, and the bullet hits the stone. You can see it's spark, and the bullet ricochets.
Okay, well, that is not great. He kind of looks at the pistol like, oh shit. Okay, plan B. Okay. That was 5, 10, 15. Try this. 25, 30. I'm heading towards the door. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Redrick, you're up. Egg, you're on deck.
Or
All right. Redrick's gonna take that slash and kind of like his face goes down, and then while he's still down, like you can't see his face, he'll just say to the guy, just like, "You ever heard of the Gale?" And then he looks back and like locks dead eyes with him, and he's gonna enter rage as a bonus action. As the let's roll for it this time. See what rage we get. That is it's the bite. So his jaw kind of extends down and like these sharp teeth grow out of it, and then he will make some bite attacks at this guy. Recklessly, of course. That's going to be
Bold move, Cotton.
it's fine.
See if it pays
It's
off
gonna
for him.
be it didn't pay off. 13 to hit.
13.
Oof.
Does not hit.
Didn't
Big
think
oof.
so.
Puts up a pauldron and you just slam your jaws into the metal. You just hear the scraping teeth on metal.
And while my teeth are put onto his arm, I'm just gonna try and like jab him in the gut with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Also reckless, obviously. All right, that one is a 21.
That
to hit.
hits.
Cool. Now the damage on this isn't gonna be great because I went for flavor with the punch, but that's okay. So it's gonna be, what is that? 7 bludgeoning.
7 bludgeon. With the punch, you feel your hand hit a soft spot in his armor. You kind of see him duck for a brief moment. Barely a flinch.
Alright, now I'll just take my teeth off and like settle back into like a fighting stance.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Agval. Coming back around top, Ren, you're on deck.
Right. I'm going to bite the inside of my hand, between my thumb and my pointer finger. I'm gonna bite it and suck out some blood and just kind of spray it out. I'm gonna cast Bane, at first level.
Okay.
And I'd like to put Bane will be going on the 2 knighted assholes.
What's the saving?
That is a charisma saving throw. DC 15.
The one in front of Redrick fails.
Nice.
Nice.
Big.
And what is your DC? He rolled a 15.
My DC's 15.
He will save.
Shadley, but that's okay. At least there's one. And then I'm going to. I just want to ask real quick, just I guess moreover, so I know what it looks like. The hammer, is it more like a Mjolnir, or is it more like more like kind of like a thinner like warhammer with sort of like a point at the end? The Fiend's Calamity.
Right. It is more like a Mjolnir, but it's long. I would say it has like the thin handle, like a Warhammer that you're thinking of, but it does not have the pike at the end. Just both-sided,
Okay, it's more just
a large head. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. But yeah, so I'll be pulling out Fiend's Calamity, and I'm going to be running forward 5, 10, 15, 20. Just kind of hopping over this wall to the stairs next to Calder, 25. Bonus action, you feel a warmth in your pocket, Calder. That is my last of Bardic Inspirations.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be holding up next to him.
Is that a D8?
Yes.
Awesome. Ren. Calder on deck.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna glance up at dude in front of Redrick and try to summon a dagger and attack him again.
You try to summon the dagger.
I do.
Does not appear.
Fuck! Why is my shit the only one that's not working? Okay, so
And the gun.
Oh my god.
oh, it's still fired. Anyway,
Hmm.
bow and arrow, and I'm just gonna pull up and try to shoot him in the face.
Okay.
Maybe it's specifically spellscar
I was
stuff.
thinking that too.
Maybe, yeah. So that's a dirty 20.
Yep.
That hits.
All right, and then sneak attack. Oh, nice. 10, 16, 17, 18 plus 4, 22.
Damn, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
22 points of damage. As he seems like he's readying for a hand-to-hand combat with Redrick. Shit! And you quickly unstrap the bow from your back and knock an arrow and fire it, and it hits him right in the empty spot between the pauldron and the breastplate. Nails him. Ugh! You hear him grunt and snap the arrow. Throw it to the ground. His eyes lock with you and back on Redrick.
Away. Over here. What would it be, out of curiosity, what would it be to try to apply something to the tip of an arrow? Like a
Depending
liquid.
on what it is, if you're just like applying a liquid, like if you're just pouring something on it, I would consider it a bonus action.
Okay. I would like to take the mysterious gray liquid from underneath in the secret bar and put some of that on the tip of my next arrow.
Okay,
Interesting.
nice.
Okay.
You shoot him, he is hasted. It's a haste potion. No.
Oh no.
Oopsie.
And that will be my turn.
Weirdest trap of all time.
Yeah, it hates you.
Okay. Calder.
Oh, the KB. I'm gonna run around opposite Egg there and get flanking. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Hunt is mocked.
And
The
then
mark, the hunt.
I'm gonna put it out so I know I'm concentrating. I'm gonna swing
Thank you.
away.
We always forget that.
Yeah.
I just don't concentrate.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Hell yeah, it does. And I'm gonna smite him because I want to.
Does it work?
Alright. Okay. So that's math. 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, that
3
Okay.
points of necrotic damage.
minus 3. Okay.
And then just to make sure I've got doing that correct. There's not extra smite damage on these guys for any reason, right?
No.
Being undead.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then 7 points of radiant. And then attack number 2. Natural 20.
Let's go.
Nice.
Second level smite.
You got it. It's in the rule book.
I literally have to.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
I signed the NDA. I have to.
I did. Okay. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay. Hold on a second. Oh boy. All right. So for slashing damage, that is 12 times 2 for 24. Plus 5.
29.
So 29 points of slashing damage. And then 9 plus 6 is 15 times 2, 30 points of radiant damage.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
What the fuck? What is that? So it was like 54? Is that
Something
54?
like that. Yeah, 29 plus 30.
Oh, 59.
Is that what you said?
59.
Woo!
59 points.
That's a
Um,
little bit of damage right there.
Hey.
A little bit of damage.
as you make a quick maneuver to get behind this guardian, Zegval runs up to your side. You feel that warmth in your pocket. It kind of inspires you to move quickly. As you maneuver behind him, you just feel this dark, but also hatred filled with warmth. This. And when you lash out, the blade that you carry in your hand seems to grow in length, almost to the size of his greatsword. Egval, you're probably the first one that kind of notices this in plain sight. The Color's sword grows in length. You see where the steel of his blade ends, and in the shape of a flame, or the flame in the shape of a blade extends out. This silver and white and black all kind of combine to make this extended version of a blade, and you just slam it down on his pauldron, and then for a moment he's just engulfed in black and white flame, and you don't see him.
Nice.
And eventually it dissipates, and you see him. The greatsword down in front of him, and you see it pulsing
His greatsword.
with a red glow and the gem inset in the pommel.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. As I'm pulling away, I'll kind of just like stand up straight and like relax a little, like I'm not as worried, and say, "Pay attention. Maybe you'll learn something." That's me.
Perfect. As he stands there with the great swords implanted in the ground, he takes a step back, but goes about there. As the red gem, as he kind of is stepping back, almost like in a defensive maneuver, you can see the red gem with every pulse. His hands seem to glow red, and you see this magical energy kind of flow around his armor. And you can see the wounds that were on his face and the burn and pockmarks begin to clear. He stands up straight and cracks his neck.
Oh, that's real.
Do this real quick. Oops, wrong way. There we go. And as he cracks his neck, he keeps the greatsword in front of him. Just ting! You hear the resounding hum of metal on stone. And fire emerges from where the point hits the ground. It is going to, at a ring of fire, it goes the whole way around him in a circle for a brief moment before coming back and absorbing into the tip of the sword. I need both Eggval and you to make me dexterity saving throws.
+4, Egg.
Thank you. Wow. +4.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you for the +4.
Take any time.
Damn. Egg.
14.
Failure.
22.
Level 5.
22 success. Let me just make 100% sure here. Eggval, you would take 18 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Calder, you
I'm
would
gonna be
take 9.
I'm going to be using my reaction for Stone's Endurance to try to knock that down. You said 18. I'll roll a d12 plus Constitution. Okay. Well, that's okay. -4, so that's a 14 instead of 18.
Perfect. Let me make sure. Yeah, he gets 1 great sword back. He's going to, since Calder, you did the most damage. After the flame kind of sucks back into the sword, takes it and holds it with one hand and just slices out of you. It's going to be a 17 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, I'll kind of still in that relaxed stance as he's slashing out. I'll very quickly bring up the shield to block.
Okay. The blade actually impacts into the shield and it slices and sticks down at the top. It holds there and he rips it out, kind of sending broken bits of vine and hide. And it slowly just kind of, the vines kind of reform the area, but the split in the wood is there. All right. It's going to end his turn. All right. This one. I think he's just going to make 3 great swords attacks. First one, you Red.
Advantage.
Normal.
Oh, never mind. Ook makes it
Normal?
normal.
Okay. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Hey, I'm gonna use the shield's reaction.
Good.
I'll need a dexterity saving throw from the guy who attacked me.
That's going to be a 12.
Oh, he just fails. Okay.
Awesome.
So, as he rips his sword out of the shield, you say the vines go to reform, and as they do, a few more from the edges of the shield kind of lash out and slash him for 10 points.
10 points. Damn. Okay.
That the one that's baned?
No.
No.
The one that's baned is the one that has the little skull next to Redrick.
Yeah.
So, Redrick, this first one is going to be
Yes, it hits.
an initial 14 points of slashing, plus an additional 10.
Ooh.
24.
Is the 10 also slashing?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's all reduced to 12.
Quick and fast maneuvers with this greatsword. Speed unlike anybody that should be able to use that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is going to be against you. So that is going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
I'm rolling high, boys and girls. That is going to be 14 points of slashing damage total.
Okay, so reduced to 7.
All right. The last attack is going to be against Ook.
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
It is.
After the 2 quick attacks against Redrick, you see his head just turns toward him, and he just, with one hand in the greatsword, just tries to do a quick jab. 13
Misses.
misses. Ook, recognizing that he's about to get struck out, not often, but you see his agility kind of come out here. You see as he's about to get sliced, he just kind of rolls into the hit, and you see the blade just kind of scrape off the back of his armor, almost right where you did the drawing, and sending sparks into the air. It's going to end their turn.
Damn it.
Isaiah.
Okay. One quick question. We use flanking in this. Is that based on being within 5 feet or being within melee reach?
5 feet.
Okay.
Right up against him. It's kind of boxing
Yep.
that man in.
Nope, perfectly reasonable. So I'm just gonna move up here and take 2 strikes at the guy next to Redrick with advantage because I'm invisible.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Thank Christ. First one's a 21
It hits.
for only 8 damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
Does the invisibility end when you do an attack?
Oh, shit, you're right, because it's normal invisibility. It's not
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, greater.
Yeah.
it's not greater. Yep. All right.
Is it the attack action or the attack? Because you might be able to get that second one with advantage.
It's when you attack.
When that person attacks.
Then the second one's normal.
Yep. First one will be at advantage. Second one's normal.
I gotta. Damn it. Rolled a freaking
Oh, I forgot.
20.
I gotta make a con save.
Hey, Evan, just staying honest. Yeah, con save. I remembered at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
10.
I rolled a 20.
Perfect. Isaiah, what was your second attack?
Ineffectual.
Okay.
Ineffectual.
That's what it was.
And then I'm just gonna have Ook get into flanking with Redrick and take another punch. 17.
Misses. Ook takes his fist and slams it into this man's breastplate. Ting! Another resounding sound of steel on steel.
I'm gonna move 10 feet, so I'll move. Back again. All right, and that's our turn.
Okay. Cassis,
Okie
Echo?
dokie.
Dornan, Redrick, you're on deck.
I am moving back here through the door. Kind of gonna dash to the door, looking at Avery. Just kind of give a salute as I spin around. And
By the way, just wanted to let you know, if you ever did want to leave in terms of combat, you can walk to the whole way to the edge without being impeded. We're considering the edge of the map to be the edge of where the cave kind of ends. The cave itself is 15 foot wide, so you can, once you exit the door, it's 15 feet up and down, and then the whole way to the edge of the map.
well, I am going to take another shot at the crystal from this position. It's at 60 feet. So let's see how well that range works. All right. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Does the
Go ahead and
gun
roll damage.
fire? Okay. Oh, yay. All right.
It fires. The gems do not glow, though.
Damn it. All right. That is.
Thank you
10
for reviewing that.
Got you.
10 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So, you fire the shot. Kind of the shot echoing into this cavern. It slams into the rock, and you can see a large chunk roll down the stairs and land next to Eggball.
I'll take a second shot then, since I actually did damage to it. I'm going to burn a grit for a piercing for a violent shot.
You should wallop it.
I don't have any walloping emotion right now.
Wallop the gem. See what happens.
Wallop it.
They wall.
All right.
Just
shit,
say
that's
it
only,
when you
16
shoot.
That's only
Doesn't matter if
16
it's walloping ammo or not.
Get walloped, fuckface.
You guys are outrageous.
16.
16, and that will hit.
Okay, so that's 2d10. Okay, that is 14 points of piercing damage. As I take another shot, seeing a big chunk of crystal, I'm going to aim for that same spot, fire, and wham.
Slams into the crystal. You can see wherever you caused a large chunk to fall out. The bullet slams in, and you can see it almost lodge itself. You can see it begin to splinter on the outsides of the hole that you made.
All right.
Anything
Does
else?
the crystal seem to be wavering at all in terms of the glow?
It seems like it's still glowing the same red.
You know what? Why not? Action surge.
Ooh.
Taking a shot. All right, I'm going to burn another grit. All right. I'm going to burn a lucky for that. That's better. 19.
That hits.
All right, 2d10. Ew, gross. That's bad. That's really bad. Only 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Another shot. See a large, another piece of this rock kind of shoot off and splinter into multiple pieces on the ground.
All right, last attack. I'm going to reload. So that is the end of my turn.
Nice.
Okay,
Very good.
Redrick, Egg, you are on deck. Cassius, you did see that it did begin to crack. Like every shot that you made, you could see large cracks begin to split in the stone. So you definitely were doing damage to it. It's not like you were just hitting it; it was just causing it stuff to splinter off. It seems like it is
Cool.
having some sort of effect on the rock.
Cool.
All right. I am going to attempt to grapple this guy, so he can give me an athletics check.
Okay.
I got a natural 20 on that one there.
He fails.
All right. So I'm just gonna like take the bite and just go like right down into his shoulder and latch on, and then for my next attack will be a bite, and I'm just gonna like shake it, like tear into
Okay.
it. Reckless, obviously. Oh well, the reckless didn't help. 11.
That'll miss.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
figured.
As you're kind of latched on, you're digging in and trying it. You can see he's like not really prepared for this. As you latch on, he's kind of just like tossing you back and forth. You're not really doing much more damage, but you sink the teeth in. And you're latched on right now.
All right, and then bonus action, I'm gonna make another unarmed strike with the bite with my monk martial arts. So let's do that. And that's gonna be 19.
That'll hit.
All right.
19!
It's chat, everybody. I'm here to fight.
It's shit.
Good fight, y'all!
No.
All right. Oh, that does no damage. 6.
6 points. Some damage.
Yeah.
All you hear from him is, "Get off me, you little runt!" As you're kind of just latched onto him. You're funny because you're not nearly as big as this guy. You look
No.
like almost like a child, just kind of like on his chest, just latched onto his neck. All right.
Nice.
Anything else?
That's it.
Egg ball.
And he's grappled, so move speed 0. Unless he wants to try and break out of it.
Okay, sorry. Probably the best thing I can do makes more sense. Makes most sense. I'm going to move over to the other side of the stairwell, and I'm going to give a nice little reach out pat on the shoulder, or
Bless
whatever's
you, sir.
closest. Yeah, to good old Calder, level 3, Cure Wounds. That is signature dish. Signature dish will be going. That'll be a D8 going to Redrick, so I'll roll that one first.
As I'm
So-
just getting like ragdolled around by this guy, just like throwing me around.
That's 2 HP to Redrick. In Calder, that's 7 plus 2, that's 9. Plus a 3 plus 9 plus 3. That's 12 plus 4. That's Calder. That's 16 points of
Nice.
healing for you.
You demand.
I don't think I have anything to do with my bonus action, so I'm just gonna hold up Fiend's Calamity and hope for the best.
Okay.
I will move back over to the same spot I was at
Perfect.
the start of my round. That's my turn.
Ren, Calder.
Okay, I'm going to take a shot at the guy engaged with Red Anuk with the treated arrow. 9.
9. The arrow slams into his breastplate. Ting! And just hits the ground next to Redrick.
And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll use dash to get back here, and that's my turn.
Okay. Kind of taking place right next to Calder. You dash out. Avery just pinned up against the wall next to the door. You can see her every once in a while peeking in with every like slash and clang of the blade. All right. Calder?
Oh,
And the Guardian's turn.
sir. I'm gonna. Can I stand here? Is there enough room?
Kyle, where do I stand? Yes, you can stand there.
Okay. Great. I'll do that and swing away.
Swing.
Yeah. 22 to hit.
That hits.
I almost threw my mouse just now.
Wow.
Don't do that,
Congrats.
please.
It got a little scary. All right. Yeah. That's 11 plus 5. 16 points of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then attack number 2. Oh, okay. 25 to hit.
That hits.
Ugh. Ow. 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage.
And that
So,
makes
you once again maneuver in a position where he's flanked between you and Egg. Egg just kind of that large Goliath presence, almost distracting him from your quick movements. And as you get behind him, the blade no longer glowing with flame, you take 2 skilled strikes behind him. He quickly turns and tries to parry, but with one hand, it seems like he is less balanced with one hand using his greatsword. He tries his best, but it seems like you're getting gashes in underneath his arm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Their turn.
Yeah, they're
Not
fine.
quite.
Yeah,
I have to go. We can skip their turn, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
skip it.
Yeah.
They've done enough.
They should just take
Yeah.
a breather.
Yeah, attacks. The first 2 are going to come against you, Calder.
Of course they are.
Natural 1 for the first one.
Oh, thank
He
Christ.
swings in wildly as you're slashing his arm. He swings wildly and smashes the stone wall just above your head, kind of cutting rocks, causing rocks to fall down upon your shoulder. Pulls it out and grabs it with both hands. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Blocked.
Fuck. As he brings the blade down
baby.
with just a baseball swing into your shield, you put up the shield, kind of slams you up against the rock wall. Kind of slam. You can see that it caused a giant gash into the shield where the vines begin to repair themselves.
Nice. I'll shove his
Last-
blade back at him with a growl.
And to that point, he takes one backhand swing at Eggball.
Hey,
That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Hey,
that hits.
stop that.
Hey.
Hey, you stop that! All right.
I'm gonna do a sentinel strike when you're done.
That is going to be 14 points of slashing damage. This man that you guys have been harrowing seems weakened almost by Calder's blow. You can see he's taking heavy breaths. His mouth is hanging wide open. You can see the sweat kind of pouring down, long black hair coming out from underneath his helmet. He just seems winded, tired, and bloody. So that one slash seems to be a little bit weaker towards you, Egwell.
As he's busy, Sorry.
yeah, I'll take the brunt of that. And I guess it's Calder, and right before Calder ends up having to do his thing, I'm just gonna say, "Come on, big man, let's go."
21 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Oh, you have Sentinel? I forgot.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, baby.
Nice,
That's like
dude.
all. That's my whole thing.
Wow.
You got him. That joke happened like
Yeah.
joke happened like 5 episodes ago.
More like 15.
Hold on.
It was the
1
15
second.
before that he forgot to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, never mind. So that's a 12 plus 5, 17 points of slashing damage.
Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
Not paying attention. Another slash right into the back of his breastplate, where you can find just a weak spot in between his armpit and his chest. Not really paying attention to you. You're taking every advantage that you can get. All right, so that's going to end that one's turn. And this one is going to quickly try to remove you from his grasp. So he is going to try to remove you.
Nice. It's like when like a crab punches you or something. You're like, get off.
Ah,
Yeah.
Does he have to roll for anything, or can he just? It's just an action.
It's
just
an
a roll, right?
action to roll at contested athletics.
Yeah, I thought so.
Or acrobatics.
Okay.
Now I get advantage on these while raging.
Mhm.
All strength checks. That is I think it's an 18. Give me a second to check my athletics. Yeah, 18.
Failure. So he tries his best to remove you from his shoulder. You're just on him. He kind of tries to shake you off. Takes the blade in one hand and just tries to ram it into your side.
Oof. I don't like that.
Natural 1.
I do like that.
Ooh.
The blade, he just doesn't seem to have good enough control. He just slams the hilt into your chest. The rage kind of, the heat and the rage is just flowing through your veins. You don't even feel it. You can just feel like a blunt impact. The last attack. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Alright, that hits.
That is going to be 9 slashing plus an additional 11. So 20 total slashing damage, reduced to 10. Correct.
Okay.
Pretty much what he did is after slamming the hilt into your side, he lets the greatsword kind of fall backwards into his hand. He just takes an upward slice at your side. He can't really get you. He can't really use his left hand or the left side of his body, so he's really just relying on that right hand to cause damage.
Egg, you said I got a signature dish earlier, but I forgot to mark how much it was.
2
2
HP.
That's going to end his... Okay. Isaiah, Castus, Echo, Dornan, you're on deck.
Isaiah's gonna start running up and let out a little whistle to let it know to shimmy to the side so we can stab through him with the pike. Try and hit this guy from the back. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Oh, yeah.
9 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. It came back. That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which was ass, sea bass.
I mean, it's not going to be nearly as great as Calder's.
Nat 20, brother.
It's hard to it's hard to argue with Smite.
6 and 3 is 9 plus, since it's a vicious, gets an extra 7, so that's a total of 16 damage.
16 total damage?
Yep.
Isaiah, you're not really being used to this weapon. You're almost having to time your attacks with Ook. Every time he kind of gets in front of you, you're just taking that opportunity right when he moves out of the way to slam the blade into the back of his neck and shoulder. And the second one kind of digs in. You can feel you find purchase even through the armor. You hear him grunt for a brief moment before you rip it back out, kind of causing sparks and blood to be removed from his body.
Does a little spin and keeps running. That way. past our friend over there. And then Ook's gonna take his strike. Is Redrick on his back or his front?
I'm where I'm positioned on the map. I believe.
He's hugging him.
Yeah.
I envision him being in like on his chest because he was facing Redrick at the time that he dove on top of him. Dug his.
Hanging like a koala.
Like a
Ook's
spider
gonna
monkey.
wait for one of the moments when he's leaning forward because of Redrick's weight and see if he can pull an Isaiah and hit him where it hurts.
In the ghoulies.
Oh, damn it! I gotta stop asking Ook to hit things harder. I don't think a 9 will hit.
That does not hit.
And that's our turn.
At the end of his turn, since he was reduced to below half hit points, he slams the sword into the ground once again.
Ooh.
Sure. Yeah, it is going to hit you just in range. And I believe Eggball is going to have to make this save too. Yep.
Oh, man.
No.
So
Plus 4 egg.
Isaiah, Ook, and Redrick dexterity saving.
If I'm off the ground, because I'm holding onto his neck. No.
It targets everybody.
You're on him. Oh, that's not 20
Yeah.
for 29 total.
Nice.
Wow. 11 points of fire damage, Eggball.
Wow.
13
Wow.
for me.
Sorry, 10. Sorry, 10. 21 points of fire damage for you, Redrick.
I am going
the-
to use my draconic feat thing that I have. Give me a second. It's Blessing of the Chromatic Dragon. Reactive resistance. Take half of that.
Okay, so you will
Nice.
take 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using, I hate to say it, I'm going to be using my Stone's Endurance to try to reduce that 10, if anything, to 0.
How many times do you get
well-
to do that?
I can do that equal to my proficiency bonus, which is 3 times a day. This is my
Cool.
second
Nice.
time using it. I rolled a 4, so that's reducing it by 6, so I only take 4 damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Isaiah?
I got a 10. Ook got a 14.
Ook just fails, and you fail, so you both will take 21 points of damage.
I'm going to absorb elements and gain resistance to that damage.
Awesome.
So that's 10.
And you see the gem pulse and the reddish magic kind of envelop Guardian, and the wounds begin to close.
Oh. That's good.
Huh. Yep.
Egg. Concentration check. Bane.
Oh.
Thank you!
Gotcha.
Very good. Thank you. Concentration. Yeah, I'm fine. That's a 15.
Okay. I believe that was at the end of Isaiah's
My
turn,
turn.
correct? All right. It is Castus and Redrick. Castus, Dorn, and Echo.
Pop open, reload it, and take 2 more shots at the crystal.
You keep
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
all 3 names, and I keep thinking, like, why is he listing that many people's turns in advance?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah,
I have more names.
He's all the same person.
Does each one of them get a turn?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be amazing.
15. 15 to hit.
15 to hit? That hits.
Okay.
It's like a firing squad.
7 points of piercing damage.
7?
All right, second shot. Oh, give me that 20. Give me that 20. Oh, no. That's a 9. Okay, yeah. That is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Hell yeah.
8 points of piercing damage.
How much?
8.
Okay.
So each my shot, I just keep aiming for that same spot I'm hammering. So,
Okay.
and that's the end of my turn.
The second shot impacts. You can see that you have drilled a hole the whole way through to the opposite side of the crystal. To that point, you can see that the exit wound, I'll call it, in the crystal explodes outward towards the back of the wall, and almost half of the gem slides down and falls off. The tip removed from the chest, Cameron, and it falls to the ground. Still a red glow. Nonetheless.
Well, kind of hope. Kind of looks like, huh? Oh shit! And that's the end of his turn.
Redrick? Eggval. Ren called her guardian Isaiah.
No, stop it.
Oh no.
That was a
All
thing.
of you get ready.
Now it's a thing.
All of
No.
you get ready.
You made it.
Prepare yourselves.
All right. While he's trying to get rid of me, knock me off, shooting at fire and stuff, I'm gonna try and like almost swing around, like when he tilts one way, and just like pull him down, and just kind of like throw him to the ground a bit, as I'll try to shove him prone.
Ooh.
So contested athletics check. I have advantage because I'm raging. I rolled a 4.
20.
Okay, that does not.
You pull him down, he just stands stalwart.
Yep, I had a feeling that would happen.
Unfortunate.
So instead, I will first kind of like pull my knee up as I'm hanging there, just like try and knee him in the chest.
Okay.
Unarmed strike with advantage because of where Ook is. That's a 17 to hit.
Misses.
All right.
You slam the knee straight into the armor. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, I almost lose my grip because of it, because of my reaction. And then bonus action, unarmed strike with the bite. Just digging in more. That will be, that one's better. 23 to hit?
That hits.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, what is that? 11 damage. And since
Is that piercing damage?
Yes, it's piercing. And since it's the bite and I'm low, I heal a little bit.
Num num.
Yeah.
Num num num.
Yum yum yum.
Good stew.
That's a secret cap.
You don't
I'm
know how
always
long they've
angry.
been sweating in that armor.
I'm
That
always
might not be
hungry.
good stew.
I
It's a little bit of salt, man. What can you do?
Yeah, you know.
Seasoning,
All right.
A little seasoning, salt, pepper.
As the bites continue to happen, Eggbolt, it is your turn.
Cool. Okay, so
What can a bard do?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying, guys?
So I'm gonna move over here and hop over this other wall of the stairs, and I'm kind of in the corner. I believe I'm in reach of the gem, correct?
You are.
I'm gonna use Fiend's Calamity and two-handed. Gonna give it a big old whack at the glowing part.
Okay.
I mean, if it's already kind of fucked up, might as well try to help it the rest of the way through.
Okay.
So that's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. First time using this, dude. And I can't find a D10. There it is. Oh, that's okay. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Or
Nice.
6. Sorry, 6.
Oh.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I got real
Sorry.
excited there.
Yeah.
6 more points. You slam the hammer right into the center of the stone that's still standing and glowing. You smash the tip off of it. Kind of explodes in shards of red stone. It's at that point you see Cameron. Keep going. You hear him say.
Trying. And just to make sure I help out Colder, I'm gonna hop back over the wall and hang out here.
Appreciate
Okay.
you.
That's really much I can do.
All right. Back to the top. Ren, Calder.
Okay, I'm gonna scoot 10, 15, 20 over here, and take another shot at dude in the middle.
Middle dude.
Yeah, just a regular arrow.
Middle dude.
Fucking 13. God damn it. No, not even
Admit.
13. It's 12.
Misses. Just another arrow. Ting off his pauldron. Kind of sending.
Son of a bitch. All right, and use my bonus to dash back to here. That's my turn.
Son of a bitch! Turn
Classic rogue / ranger with the bow.
Yep.
All right. Right. Calder, the Guardian's
Amazing.
turn.
Yeah, swinging away. 23 to hit.
Hits.
15 points of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic.
Ouch, bang.
And then attack number 2. 25 to hit.
Hits.
13 points of slashing damage.
How much?
13 points.
necrotic?
None.
Oh, it's only the first one.
It's once per
Oh,
turn.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll be me.
Okay.
We'll just get a couple deft strikes in and then hunker down behind.
He seems to be almost lifeless. You see his sword hangs limp to his right side. You can still see him breathing. You can see his back rising and falling. Rising and falling.
barely hanging on.
Their turn. The breaths. You can see he takes the sword from his right hand and puts it into his left. And just from the ground slices up an egg ball. 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Sentinel attack.
Second one slamming down on him. Go ahead and make that attack, by the way. Slamming down on him. This one
Use
is a
inspiration.
17 to hit.
Still hits.
Okay. Is it Calder? Is it after the first attack, or is it after his? It's after his first attack, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just do the damage for the first one, and then I will let you. That is going to be 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Well,
Egg, your inspiration heals the same amount I used. Like I
Correct.
rolled on it, right? Okay.
Correct.
what was your sentinel attack?
18 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. 13 points of slashing damage.
Oof. You see, you swear that you should have ended this man. You take one slash single-handedly across the back of his neck. As he comes down at Eggval, you just hear him scream. The second one hit, 17 hit, correct?
Yes, sir.
Woo. 17 points of slashing.
Jeez.
I'm gonna use my since I recently had my turn. Use my reaction, last stone's endurance, hoping for the best here. And no, hold on. I'm using a different D12. I don't trust that one anymore. Here we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's good. You said it was 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 11 plus 2, that's 13 reduced. So that's just 4 damage.
Okay.
Wow.
That was my last
And
stone's endurance.
the third one. Natural 20.
Who's that coming at me or Egg?
Ooh.
It's Eggval.
I'm just letting you know I'm going down.
Well,
Unless you roll like
that's
ones,
funny.
and even then,
It's going to be 10 points of slashing.
I'm unconscious.
The last one, he just rams the sword into your chest and pulls it out and falls to a knee. As Eggval slowly stands back up. You can see his left side of his body is completely useless to him, Calder, as the blade is held down to his right, the right side of his body. He stares at you up through the helm.
The eyes kind of flare silver for a second, just looking at him angrily.
This one, still battling the menace Redrick, is going to attempt to remove you from him.
Get the fuck
Signature.
off of me!
Yeah.
23 for his athletics.
Oh, I need to make one, huh?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I got a
Can't
nat
get you.
19.
Can't get you off of him.
Like a little tick.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Can't get rid of
continue
you.
to slam his the side of the blade and try to get you.
You might just kill me.
Disadvantage from Ook.
I just
Mine's
want to
easy.
check. I'm sorry. From last session, I think was it either Redrick or Isaiah that still had an inspiration from me, or I guess no. I guess that would have left because of our way
First. Over
down.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
had,
Never
I
mind.
had
It was
one
a
at the
half hour.
start of the elevator, I remember, and I lost
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And it was too long. Okay.
That's a 15 to hit, -4.
Misses, and he's also no longer maimed because Egg's down.
Thank you.
Correct.
So 15 to hit, and the last one. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Still doing maximum damage. 20 points of slashing damage total.
Still up. Still up.
Unable, he just keeps slamming the side of the blade into your arms, into your chest as much as he can to try to get you off of it.
More of the blood coming from his shoulder is me coughing up blood than his
Yeah.
actual bite wound.
These guys hit hard.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to end their turn. It is Isaiah.
Isaiah takes a quick look around and runs over. Can I occupy Egg's space while Egg is unconscious?
Yes. I don't see why not.
All right. Isaiah's gonna run over, look across this guy, Calder, and just go, "Help Redrick. I'll clean this up," and take 2 attacks with his pike.
Damn, he's
On the
KSing you, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna put
I
in
do a
so
lot-
much work, bro. You shit.
Isaiah levels up for that kill. Wow, look at that.
Levels up in battle.
Ting!
I get like half an experience.
Yeah,
point.
right.
Oh fuck.
One assist. Like, fuck.
The shared XP.
My PDA, bro.
5 XP.
And as he's running, he's still a little bit on fire from that attack, but as he raises up the pike, it all slides down the end of the pike towards the end and goes in for the absorb elements attack. So that's 7 slashing and 4 fire.
How do you want
Or
to kill
7
him?
piercing. Sorry?
How do you want to kill him?
Oh, that
He-
kill.
Nice.
A pike is a long frickin' weapon.
It is.
So he runs over and he basically just tilts forward, holding the thing on the back to spear this guy through a kidney and plant it down into the ground. and hold
Oh,
him there.
Hell yeah.
hailing.
Seems like he's unmoved. You can see Calder, the blood just begins to drip out of the wound as you see the pike completely pierce through the armor and this man's back. Gruesome look. The blood is kind of covering the blade.
And then I'm going to have Ook attack the other one with Redrick. Fire was 18, so 24.
That hits.
Only 5 damage though.
5 damage is 5 damage.
Every little
It
bit,
is.
man.
Monkey punch to the back of the head.
At least Ook's doing damage. Redrick's just hanging on for your life.
I'm eating up an action each turn, okay?
He's just kind of using his left hand to try to remove you, and it's at that point Ook's just slamming the back of his helmet with his metal fist.
He's just
He's like
pissed
a
off at this
squirrel.
point. Yeah.
You're a squirrel on one of those bird
Yeah, it's
feeders
really
that like,
hard.
spins around.
It's like one of the hobbits on the cave troll in Moria. All right. Yeah. All right. That is going to be Isaiah's turn, I presume.
Yep.
Cassis Dornan. Echo. I forgot the last
I have-
name. I'm starting to forget them all.
Who are you?
Radio
I've
next.
dedicated so much time to the stupid crystal. I'm shooting it. I don't care.
Okay.
But I'm aiming for the spot that Eggball had hit. Give me good. Give me good. Yeah. 13.
13. Still hits.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a big
So,
unmoving stone in the center of a room.
2 points of piercing damage for the first shot.
How much?
2. And then a 18 to hit. And that one is 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay, 10.
Nice.
With the last shot, he fires out of the pistol. It hits and impacts, and you see the remaining half of the stone crumble, kind of leaving nothing but really a mound of rubble underneath the suspended Cameron McCoy. As he hangs there, kind of floating, his eyes turn towards your shot, and in the hallway, ignited with blue.
All
End
right.
of your turn.
As the end of my turn.
Okay, Frederick.
All right. I'm going to start with a bite attack. I was gonna say reckless, but I realized I don't need it. Oh, that's a nat 20.
There you go.
Oh,
Let's
That's a
go.
nat 20.
Are you brutal yet?
No, not yet. Because I have so much. I got so much monk in my blood, man. 9 damage.
Boo. Okay.
9 damage. I heal 3, and he's gonna like actually probably let him go, I guess. And like rip the bite out as he takes like that chunk of his shoulder with him, and then just like up his chest, just like bah, 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 and then like end with like a big punch on the face. As he's gonna make 3 unarmed strikes, spending a key point to do flurry of blows.
Nice.
Fuck him up.
So first one is, oh my god, another nat 20.
Wow.
Fuck him up.
These are unarmed strikes, so they're not that great. That's only 7 damage.
Okay.
Right. Oh, almost lost it. 15 for the
No
next one.
surprise. That misses.
All right. Whoa.
Who didn't know Gordon would be throwing his dice again?
Doesn't matter. The other one rolled a nat 19, so it's a 25.
That'll hit.
Gosh.
All right, and then final damage roll is a 7.
7 points.
As the
You
last.
hop off of him, and he kind of is almost surprised. And as he looks down at you, you just pop, pop, and just crack him with 3 strikes right in the face. He kind of holds his nose.
Yeah, imagine he just like works his way up the chest, just like boom, 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 and then the last one's like on his face, just kind of
Awesome.
a hook.
As he turns back to you, his nose is kind of bloody. You can see that like the blood starting to pull up on his shirt and on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Eggfall.
Okay. That's a
Oh, yeah.
13
13.
for
Success.
success.
At the end of your turn, the glowing blue eyes turn towards you, Cassius and Ren. You both are kind of looking at him in shock. He disappears. Fiery blue flame. You can see just a small black puff of smoke as the chains fall, kind of hang loosely above the stone. And he reappears with a dagger in his hand, made of what looks like blue flame itself. Oh, I can put token.
Oh, a little bit of a token action. Eh?
Ooh.
Little NPC
Oh.
token, eh?
Ooh.
Who's this dapper man?
Close up.
Or should I say dapper?
He lands, and it's not only his eyes that are glowing now, but it is this large dragon tattoo that he has tatted on his chest that falls down his arm. And he lashes out. 3 strikes. His cheat up. One hits. Second one misses. Third one hits. Right. Roll D8. Total of 18 damage. Total. As you can see, his hair kind of laying flat across his face, like a primal being. All right, that's going to end Cam's turn. Ren.
All right. Going to run back here. Seeing that Celix's magic dagger works, I'm going to try my own again.
The green dagger appears.
All right, green dagger at the remaining guard.
Yay!
Yay!
Let's go.
She's back.
That first one is a 10, but since I
Ooh.
have my bonus action dagger back, I'm going to try again.
Still not cool, right, guys?
What are you talking about?
All right, 25.
Hits!
See, the first one was just a
Nice.
feint to make the second one easier.
Yeah. That's totally what I was going for. All right, so sneak attack and a d4.
Definitely on purpose.
Fucking shitty ass damage too. Okay. 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 15 points of damage.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Shitty for a rogue.
With an offhand, you toss the spectral dagger.
Right.
It smacks into the side of his face, kind of cutting this gash before it dissipates in the distance. You can see the blood begin to roll down his face as he looks at all of you, realizing that he's outnumbered.
Yeah, he is.
That is my turn.
Calder.
Okay. I have just enough movement to get flanking with Seelick. So I'm going to run that way. I'm going to bonus action shift my hunter's mark to new guy. And swing. 19 to hit?
That hits.
Yeah, so I kind of run and like skirt by Ook and slide to a stop on the stone and just jab out. Doing, not great. A little off balance as I'm coming to a stop there. 9 points of slashing.
9 points of slashing. Okay.
And then attack number 2
Mm-hmm.
is 23 to hit.
That hits.
And that is... Oh, also 3 necrotic to that first one.
Make a
And
difference.
then this one is 11 plus 5, 16 points of slashing damage.
Calder, how would you like to do this?
Oh, yay. Oh, yay.
Good.
Okay, so as he's busy getting harried on the opposite side by Seelick, I'll come around, slide to the stop, do like a quick jab out, just kind of over the shoulder and getting the cut in as I pull back to kind of cut his neck with the first one. And then being a little frustrated that I was like a little off aim, like I was trying to stab through the neck, I'll just grab the top. He's wearing a helmet.
Wearing a helmet. With
I'm
a
gonna grab the
large
top
spike.
of his helmet and then just push the tip of the sword through the back of his neck out the front side.
Oh, man.
Sword kind of emerging right in front of Seelick. His eyes kind of go wide. And the Guardian falls to the ground. One second here. Let's make sure. Yeah. Thank you, Gordon. I was getting there, pal. I was getting there. I promise.
Listen,
Silence falls over the room. The blood kind of trickling feet of all 4 of you that now surround the dead body of the Guardian. Seelick, Cameron. Finally! Give me back my things, he says to the body. And he kneels down next to the body and slices a small little pouch on his hip. And when he does, it explodes with items. And that is where we are going to end our set. Or not end, but
Real
I'll
quick.
go to break. Sorry, not
Take a
end.
break.
Real quick, before we go to break, as soon as the guy drops, Isaiah will go down and do Cure Wounds on Egg.
I was,
Bring it
Nice,
I was
nice.
getting ready to
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Too late. He's dead.
I low-key totally would have forgotten he was down if Liam wasn't acting it out.
How much?
9 HP.
Nice.
Thank you.
And we are going to go to break.
All right. We'll see you after
Oh.
10, 15
Same
minutes.
Woo!
And we're back.
Hold on to your butts.
Chaos. Sorry.
There it is.
Dinosaurs.
Welcome back,
I
everybody.
know DNA.
Howdy.
Dinosaurs. Sorry. Mac, you sure has me in a mood.
Oh, is that why you did this?
Yeah. What do you think I've been? The whole Jurassic Park thing just came out of nowhere.
I don't know.
I
dude.
wouldn't be that surprised. Oh, okay.
God
Stranger
damn it,
things
Liam.
One. It's okay. It's okay. That's it.
You're
Promise.
fired.
Okay. All right. Goodbye. Don't leave.
Okay. We all ready?
I guess.
I am.
Enough.
I am.
Where we left off. Seelick. Cameron. Cam. Man and second man of many names that we know around here. Knelt down to one of the dead guardians and sliced a pouch on his hip. And out exploded multiple items. What seems like this man's clothing. Excuse me. But I'm just going to... And he pulls the loincloth down and begins to clothe himself in front of everybody. Throws 3 daggers in his hilt. Puts on a belt. Essentially clothes himself.
In that amount of time, I am at least going to cast Cure Wounds on myself for 2nd levels. And Signature Dish is going to go to Isaiah. So, Isaiah, you heal, sadly, 1 hit point. Apologize there, brother.
Oh,
Um,
that's brother. Nothing.
Hey. And then I heal 14.
Nice.
I appreciate the help, but I don't really think you are who I expected.
She
I would
sent
advise...
us for you,
Who?
Lena. You called her name when we first got here.
Also, she sent us with a dagger that you would recognize. So you don't just have to take her word for it.
Do you happen to have the dagger?
I think Calder does.
No one has it. It's left in the sewers.
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
all the
Somebody really needs to start
disagree.
keeping track of who has what the fuck.
I'll wipe my sword off, kind of dragging it between bicep and forearm as a do, and sheath it. Right here. And as the wings retract, and proffer the dagger.
He kind of just stares at you. I've seen my fair share of oddities, but thank you. He takes the dagger. And to that point, he kind of twirls it in front of his eyes, in between his fingers. And he nicks his left index finger. Tastes the blood. And he cuts his hand. And when he does, the dagger ignites. Blue flame, kind of licking in the air. Blimey. I haven't seen this thing in years. Twirls it and it goes out, and he tucks the dagger into one as well. Who might I offer my thanks to?
The Forgotten Few at your service.
And you said you're friends of Lena's.
That's right.
She scratched our back, and we're, of course, scratching hers.
What was up with the look with the old fella in the back? His eyes kind of squinted when I said that. Pointing to you,
You
Isaiah.
use the term friends. Different people define it differently. I'd say we know her. We're working with her.
We made an arrangement.
But the fact she hasn't come down here herself means that something has happened.
Quite a bit.
Were you
could
in prison
say
before
that.
or after the city blew up?
The whole city exploded.
Not So if the whole city, I don't know if the prison would still be here.
It would. It's much older than the city.
Oh,
There's
Right.
been trouble, but why don't they fill you in? I'm gonna do the thing. And he bends down to the guy he killed and starts pulling off pieces of armor, weapons, booting.
While Isaiah's looking, I'll fill Selick in on kind of what happened in the city and the deal that we made with Lena.
Before you even get to, he looks at Isaiah as he begins to kneel down and unpiece his armor. Oh, it's a little disrespectful, don't you think? Does he do this all the time?
Pretty much.
we've kind of taken what we needed to take. We are not used to being in cities too much recently.
Waste not, want not. Right?
Kind of
Right.
at the moment.
Well, forgotten for you. I'm already beginning to forget about you. I must be off. Appreciate the help.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're part of the deal. We free you, you help us get to
So-
the vault.
You free. You want to go to the vault?
That's right.
You're kidding.
That's where
Very
you were
nice.
going anyway.
Mhm.
Right?
No.
Well, of course. Wait, shit. Begins to tap his pockets. What time is it? Somebody, quickly! Tell me the
On
time.
Pocket watch. And I
Oh,
tell him the
er,
time.
Late morning, probably.
Like noonish?
Yeah.
Shit.
10, 11?
What's wrong?
Well, I don't have much time. Shit. And he goes and walks over to the other guard, cuts his pocket. Two things fall out. Ting, ting, ting. Small golden pocket watch. And a scroll. Ah, what I came here in the first place. Takes the pocket watch and it ticked. Perfect. Tucks it in his pocket. Unravels the scroll. Well. Shit. Whatever you head into the vault, you have about, I'd say, he takes the pocket watch back out. You have about 2 hours or so.
Right. Shit. You ready?
Did you get us there in that time?
Here's the thing. Don't really feel like sharing. Never been a sharer. You can ask my sister.
We want
So-
one thing.
Do you know what's in there?
We're hoping that one thing we're looking for is in there. As far as I'm concerned, you can have the rest.
What if they're looking for the same thing?
That
What do you want?
would be hard to believe.
By the words of your old friend, it seems like you might need my aid getting into the place. So I'd advise you telling me what you're looking for, or you might lose a guide.
Small blue stone.
Kind of glowy.
Hmm.
Sort of related to blue flame stuff.
Well, if that's all. We don't have much time.
You know about the tunnel? The tunnel that goes from here straight to there?
Sort of. We're going to have to take a swim. How long could you hold your breath, girl?
The average amount, I guess.
Well, you're going to need it a lot longer than that. Can any of you do that sort of thing?
How long?
Long enough?
What's long enough? Rough estimate.
30 minutes. We should probably be on the way.
Fuck.
I can't make people breathe water. If that's
I
what
don't
you
need to
mean.
breathe.
Well, you're different. Which is okay.
Looks like we have one coming with us. God damn it. Useless.
You got means?
I can move
Stop.
super far.
I did
in
not
like
want
a
to waste
second.
these on all of you. I don't even know you. God damn
Yeah,
it.
well, we saved you,
you.
right?
You see, he
We
pulls
can-
his hair up into a knot, kind of back. Let's see if I still have them.
Hey, do you know a Lillian, by the way?
Stop. Ah, here they are.
I like him.
Okay.
Well, I have enough. We should probably get going. Oh, one last thing. Check his pockets while you're down there, old man. You're gonna find a small little lantern, about 4 or 5 inches tall. We're gonna need that if we're gonna get back up.
He probably holds it up because that was half of what he did the first 5 seconds.
Perfect. Takes it off you. Let me see if this thing still works. Takes his knife. Sticks it into the center of the lantern on the wick. Small little blue flame appears and begins to lick. I can still do it. All right. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Just hear a voice from the floor, just like, I could use a couple more minutes. That's all right.
Okay, sure, okay. And then I'll just kind of like quickly like rush over and I'll just put my hand on your forehead and little tap. 3rd level cure wound signature dish is going to go to Calder. So Calder, you heal for 7, and
Ooh.
that's a 3 plus a 2 plus a 5. That's 10 plus 4. Reggie, you heal for 14.
I would prefer to rest as when I get outside of the prison, please.
Do we have enough time?
How fast can you swim?
Average.
Figure that out.
That's what you all seem to be, average. Can only hold your breath for average time. The only one that seems unaverage is the one that can't breathe. Very well.
All right. I mean, you saw us,
Gotcha.
right? A little. I mean, all right.
I can carry a lot of stuff.
Right. Well, if a gem wasn't pressed upon my chest that was actually dampening all of my abilities, I could have easily taken both of them myself. But, nonetheless, are you ready? I can
Yeah.
explain everything on the way. We must be moving then.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Takes the lantern and leads you out front door. Who the hell is this? Turns towards Avery. Her ears kind of like
Us.
tuck. Well, aren't you a curious little fella? Shakes Avery on the head, kind of pats her ears. She kind of shies away. You hear in your head, Regic. Really?
I know, right? She tosses his back.
I know, right? Nice one.
Right.
nice. Nice, dude.
Yep.
He leads you to the elevator. Well, this might be a little bit longer of a ride than I hoped.
About half an hour. Up to where we came from, at least.
Pretty long.
Well, let's see if we can't make that a little quicker. You see him. Good.
You might want to. 1 second. And Isaiah goes forward and goes down to the mechanism and pulls out whatever he jammed in there to stick it while they were inside. There you go.
Right. One moment, and you see him leap onto the outside of the cage. Whoa! And then he climbs up. See what we can do about this. Ah, son of a bitch! Forgot how bad this hurts. And you see him smear the blood on the chain. And it's that point, takes a little piece of the fire in his fingertips from the lantern and touches it to the blood. And it's at that point, you see the flame begin to crawl up chain. All right, everybody inside. We don't have much time.
Island.
Hop on.
Pile in. He stands on top of the cage and holds the chain. All right, hit the button.
Click.
You guys begin to ascend, almost double the speed on what you had descended. You're kind of moving really fast. You see the walls. The cage is passing by. Quite an escape, isn't it? As he ascends. For you guys all, within about 10 minutes or so, come to a halt. Swinging. Oh! Kind of holds on tightly. All of you are kind of slammed into the side of the cage, kind of causing it to rock a little bit harder. I think this is it. You see the familiar wooden doors.
Yep, think so.
Perfect. Everybody out.
Get on out.
Just in case You see him tink, step on the mechanism and quickly hop out, and it begins to descend. All right. One moment, and he turns towards the door with the lantern. And all he does is hold the lantern up to the door. You can see a small symbol of a sun glow for a brief moment on the door, and it opens to a long hallway that stretches out in front of you for a good few hundred feet, lit by blue torches the whole way down the hallway, and it begins to just walk through.
Follow.
That's a lot easier.
So how did you come into the company of my sister? Is he kind of rushing through?
Happenstance. Somebody that was in part of her group helping refugees kind of saved us. Pulled our asses out of a fire.
Okay. Good enough for me. You mentioned an explosion. Are you sure it was the whole city?
No, well, no, not
It
really.
was in Governor's District.
Well, Living District is all fucked now. But I guess the explosion was in the Governor's District.
Yeah.
Definitely was. In this exact vault that we're heading to. Funny enough.
No, that makes sense.
Do you know what caused it?
Malfunction. He just begins to press forward a little bit forward. It seems like he's trying to wrap things around his brain for a moment as he's just kind of leading you through this long hallway. But eventually makes a left and then a quick right. It seems to be almost like a zigzagging pattern. Every 20 or 25 feet or so, you make a quick left and then a quick right again. I'm assuming it's what you're looking for. A device, what do you call him around here? The Lord's father crafted, well, not himself. I don't really know who crafted it. Probably those wily dwarves. Harness the power of the thing that you're looking for. So essentially, I think there was a crack, or tampering, or something. Perfect opportunity for myself to make my way inside. There are 3 separate ejection points for this gem. The flame that I can control myself is ejected out these pipes into the Sea of the Falling Stars. There was an explosion in one of the pipes, or I should say a blockage in one of the pipes, causing one of them to explode and cause an eruption inside the vault. It's believed, if you would believe it yourself, that this exact gem, you said it was, yes, powers the entire city of Erebar. Most things here are run by this exact power. The excess power is ejected into the ocean. There was a malfunction. Boom. Perfect opportunity for a thief like me. But, unfortunately, I was caught, he says a little bit louder as he gets to what looks like a wall. Shit. Did I make a wrong turn? Kind of looks back towards all of you.
We did
Only
some
be
left,
kind
we
of-
did the rights.
Takes it out of his pocket. Similar red stone that what you were gifted. This should do the trick. And he presses the lava stone against the wall. As it begins to melt, the stone. You hear the stone fall into the water. Takes the blue lantern and leans forward. Well, I think we found our exit.
I'm going to start hyperventilating, or at least begin the process of.
It's the sewers, it's not the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Come on, before it reseals.
Hop on through.
One of you each kind of drop down the 10-foot leap into the sewer. Sayonara, he says as he jumps down. The walls close. Whew. It feels good to be out of that place.
That's a relief.
You got that right.
I bet.
You see him
Is this?
blow out the light. Darkness.
I'll light the hilt. of the sword on my back.
What are y'all staring at me for?
Lead the way.
Where are we going?
Well, if we head about... Takes out his pocket watch. 10 minutes or so that way, we'll get to a sewer grate. A brief leap into the ocean. We'll take a dive. Swim through one of the pipes. And up into the... What do you call it? I would just call it explosion point. In the center of the vault. Problem is... Takes out the scroll again. I don't really have the exact timing of the flame ejection. So, it's one or the other. Either the center one or the one that we're close to. So,
Saying in order to avoid the flame? Is that the...
that is the point, yes.
That's a big deal.
Well, a person like myself can survive the flame. I'm assuming you can't.
Probably not.
No idea.
I like that attitude.
A person like yourself, as in
Didn't you
spell
already know
Hard.
that? I can smell it all over you, girl. Same with your friend back there.
By the way, do you have a way to hide yourself from the hound? We have powder if you don't.
Who the hell is the hound?
He can see all the spell scarred. Look, just put this on. Take out the powder.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn like a bitch.
Most of us can sense other spells card. You know that, girl. And I would prefer not to put that on my skin. Thank you.
Right, well, he'll find you real fucking quick. He's super damn good at it.
Could be how they found you the first time.
From like obscene distances.
Well, if he has the name like the hound, he's probably a punk. Dealt with worse. Dogs.
So, when you mean by swimming and briefly, could you define brief?
Sure. One moment. How about I just show you? Takes out the scroll he's been looking at. And it is an actual map, drawing of this intricate piping system. It sits from underneath the center of the palace, almost similar to the ancient cavern system that you had discovered, except it's definitely drawn as if these large pipes kind of are ejected, or kind of spider webbed out in 3 different directions from the center of the city. This one here, points to the top left, is the one that exploded, caused the backup. Should give us our entry without actually having to go through the palace. Go right in from the bottom. Just happened about a week ago, so it shouldn't be repaired as far as I know. If it is, it might be a quick swim. But every about 6 or so hours, flames are ejected from one of the pipes. They're probably doing it more routinely now, since it, one of the backups, the pipes burst, we can see. But if you can survive the flames like myself, no problem. You fleshies might have a problem. So we're going to have to time it out. Which might cause a little bit of a problem in terms of timing. Kind of does some calculations in his head. But what is a break-in without a risk, eh?
Can't we just wait till it shoots out flame and go right after? Is that
Yeah,
not
better.
the obvious?
Yeah, of course. But there is supposed to be some sort of a handoff. And I definitely do not want to lose the item I'm looking for.
Same.
But
Maybe
if
come
we're...
out every couple of hours will make that much of a difference. I don't think
Yeah,
the
it's hard.
handoff is supposed to happen until tomorrow.
Right. As far as we
And who
know.
gave you this information?
Lord
Inside man?
Master.
Inside man, Lord Spymaster.
Yeah.
You're talking about Mista?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the fuck.
Interesting fella. I'd like to talk to him again. Makes
Well,
a
that's
wicked
not gonna
cup of tea.
happen.
You have to wait a while for that one.
He ran away.
Wait, he makes
He
tea?
went home.
He went home.
Yes.
Well, he gave up a pretty high position just to go back to a cottage. Anyway, we should keep moving. Towards the exit, I'm heading. If you want to come with me, then follow me. If you don't, stay here. Figure out what you want to do with your lives. Goodbye. I thank you.
We'll follow. I'm gonna kind of grab Egg and sort of pull him towards the back of the group as we're walking.
Okay. Oh.
You all right? You seem kind of nervous about swimming.
Oh no, no, I'm fine. It's just moreover, I know with words people have different definitions of what things are. So when he means brief, it's moreover, is it a couple minutes of a swim, or is it like 15 minutes of a swim?
Does it
'Cause
make?
I can hold my breath.
Oh,
It all depends on how long you can hold your breath.
I think he said he has
You
ways
can't-
to help us with that.
I'm just double checking.
Okay. All right.
That's all. I'm okay.
Fair enough.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I used to live on the coast.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you for asking.
Of course.
Just gonna give him a pat on the back.
You see, like, you know a Lillian, yeah?
Do I? Friend of mine.
Yeah, a friend of ours too.
Well, that's a surprise. Lillian doesn't really seem to be the friendly type.
Friend of a friend, really.
How is the
Yeah,
old
right.
bat doing? Kind of laughs to himself.
Probably a bit stressed these days. A
Aren't
lot
we all?
going on.
Anyway, we're probably only a few minutes more towards the end of the grate here. Is this where we all want to take a rest? If you're going to be coming with me, we should probably get your that one looks a little rough. He kind of looks back towards Calder and Redrick.
Yeah, this seems like a good spot to rest.
Sure.
If the plan goes to the way I think it's going to be, we should be in and out no problem. We shouldn't even have anybody really there or notice us. Of course.
Rest.
Like the old man is doing, he's laughing. Things could turn bad.
They usually
Well,
do.
Also, in our benefit, there's a fight happening in the city today. So hopefully a lot of the resources are caught up in that.
Fight.
A lot of noise too.
Well, I guess it's more of a clearing for what happened in the living quarters. They're dealing
All the
with
dead
that
people.
today.
A
Yeah.
lot of people died, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and then they
it's-
came back.
I do. It's like an ocean of people through a street. It's not okay.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Kind of looks up. Well, at least I'm glad I was locked up in a high security prison.
Count, I guess.
Yeah, it was part of how we got in here. Helped us get to you. So,
Well,
to everybody's benefit, it seems.
God bless their souls.
Yeah, everyone's benefit, huh?
Sure. I guess.
You survived, Redrick. You're fine.
Okay,
And we didn't even kill any of the normal guards.
Well, one died, but that wasn't us.
How long do you
Wait.
think it'll be before they notice that you're out?
Well, probably already do. There's alarms all over that place. Honestly, I'm surprised they let us off scot-free.
Well,
Hey.
I know they had said that a lot of the guards, most of the guards, were helping with the clearing.
Yeah,
We were told there really weren't that many, so that could be no one noticed quite yet.
Yeah. And there's also the fact that the hound can see you wherever you are, so they might not be in a huge hurry to go after you until they have the resources, because he
Right.
can just like find you. Unless you just want to put on the
Right.
powder, I can show you.
I will
Fine.
not let that stuff touch my hand, girl.
Right. I mean, you say punk, but he's kind of like the like top tier hunter of your kind. So, pretty serious. I don't...
Why hasn't he caught me already?
Because you were in prison?
Right.
already caught.
You were kind of a non-issue.
You're going to be a target now.
Not an issue. Kind of me.
How come you don't want to put the stuff on your skin to cover that you're a spouse?
We got it from your sister's associate.
You say, I spent some time with the thing touched my chest. Don't want that again. I
Well,
prefer.
it's not gonna
It's not
I
do
am the
anything
way
to
I
your
am.
powers. It's not gonna do anything to your powers. It's just gonna hide you. Like,
Right.
just look, and I'll take a pinch and I'll go ahead and put it on again. And when it goes away, I'll summon my dagger and be like, "See,
Hmm.
still works."
Minorly impressive, but for a person of your stature and mine, we're completely different, girl. You'd be actually surprised how much you can learn sometime.
She's not trying to impress you. She's just saying this, it's safe. Just use
Not
the shit. See, like
safe for me.
Okay. Well, let's
Could
have a
I-
fucking sit,
Could-
so we can go.
Could I do an insight check about having to talk about using the powder with
Sure.
what is it with Steelic? Does he seem like that he's worried or afraid of it? Is he more annoyed about it? Does he just not give a shit? You know? Oh man. With insight, that's 13.
He seems serious enough.
Okay. But so I guess if we're going to be taking a short rest, I am going to be doing Song of Rest. So whoever's going to be using at least one hit dice, they will be able to regain an extra d6. I'll probably be doing. I'll probably use my quietly play my pan flute just to kind of like help everyone sort of like chill out and relax, kind of calm down after the fight that we had.
Wasn't that lovely? You said my sister's helping refugees.
Yeah, the people displaced by the whole hordes of dead thing going on.
Doesn't sound like something she'd do.
How long has it been since you've seen her?
Lena? Give or take 5 or 6 years.
I guess she's grown.
Jesus.
I'm going to stop playing for a second. You've been locked up for 6 years?
Not entirely, but I haven't really been around for many.
Where
It's
you
a little
been?
bit of okay.
Oh, you could say I've been out to sea. Time. A little bit of pirating and stealing. Kind of the name of my game. Sailed to the
Interesting.
Sword Coast and farther. Pretty
You ever heard-
interesting things you could find out there.
Ever heard Tale of the Corsair?
What's the chord?
Have I? Used to work for him for a while, but kind of tapered off. His reputation began to dwindle. There's a few others on the sea that kind of reign nowadays. Corsair took a blow, went into hiding.
He's in hiding right now.
I don't know about right now. That was a couple of years ago. Didn't really see a profit in it anymore. What do you ask? Do you know something about the Corsair that I don't?
Just heard of him recently. I figured if you were a pirate, you might know. Big pirate dragon sounds interesting.
So there is something you know a little bit more than I do.
Oh, you didn't know he was a dragon?
Oh, I did. Just kind of. You gave up your little secret, girl. There's something else. I would prefer that, well, I would suggest that someone else do the talking and not yourself.
Okay.
Not trying to be rude, but if you want to keep your secrets,
I didn't tell you anything I don't want you to know.
I've seen that dragon. Not really ever turn into a dragon. It's said that he is, but never really proven it. Are you all pirates?
Yarg.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Probably will be someday.
Sailing the high seas of depression.
You are a gloomy bunch, aren't you?
Well, it's been a time.
Someday.
A lot's happened in the past couple weeks.
Lots happened in the past couple days.
Months.
So what are you all looking for to gain access to this power source? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to tell me. But I'm just asking. I can guarantee you that I am not looking for the same thing.
Not that we specifically want to gain from it. Just want to keep it out of the wrong hands.
Well, that's smart. If you're taking it from the Lord, then definitely keeping it out of the wrong hands. Unless
There's
yours
that.
are wrong. Are yours wrong?
Not most days.
I don't think so. Have we given you
Fine.
reason to think they are?
Possibly. Just a group of ragtag adventurers wanted to break into the city capital's vault and steal its power source. Doesn't seem like the trustworthy type.
I'm gonna look toward Calder. Should I mention, you know, who? Or no?
In your head, you're just gonna hear. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Cade.
Oh. Nah. Probably not. I don't know.
Okay.
While people are engaging him in conversation, Isaiah is just going to take a second to pat Echo on the head a couple of times and make sure his knuckles ring a little bit on his helmet.
Yeah, and Joel literally forgot he had that for this part of the conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I have that thing. Yeah.
I mean, so far, what you know about us, though, I mean, we've saved you.
You did
We
that.
associate with your sister and Lillian, two people I assume you trust.
Half a point, but okay.
We've shown ourselves somewhat capable of taking care of ourselves and fighting people.
Somewhat.
And we're no friends of the Lord. Seems like you aren't either.
True. Well, I've
In
trusted.
some ways.
I trusted others for less.
To be fair, you really don't have to trust us for anything.
Listen, I don't really care whether or not you come with me. Whether you survive or you don't, I'm going to get in, get out. If you help me, I'll help you. And
That's all
essentially,
we
we could
want.
be on the same team.
Speaking
the
of helping us, Lillian mentioned they might be able to do something about a recently deceased friend of ours.
Not this. Just it's.
Shut the
don't-
fuck up,
don't worry,
Echo.
It's fine.
You have no say in this.
He is going to walk away, just kind of down the hall, and keep an eye, see if anything's coming down the sewer because he's sick of the conversation.
Something happened to him that made us want to come here faster, and then he kind of came back. Can you do a true resurrection spell, or use the scroll for it?
Do you have a true resurrection scroll?
Yep.
I could always try.
Would it help if you understood the circumstances? Maybe you have better insight than we do.
What circumstances are you talking about?
And then I guess Egg will try his best to explain what had happened to Echo. him having
Oh,
died,
is that the
come
reason he
back,
can't
and-
breathe?
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yep.
weird. We're not really sure. Kind of worried. He seems okay.
What
Not
are you
so much.
tampering in the necromantic arts? I don't like that stuff. Too dirty.
Yeah, well,
Not us.
he fucking sucks right now, so we kind of want to fix him, get him back. That's why Lillian pointed us in your direction and said you might be able to help.
Kind of gives that like Lillian.
Was he wrong?
Oh, she was right. It's supposed to be a little secret between her and I.
Like we said, friends.
We kind of helped her out.
Bedtime stories really don't need to be shared between friends. All right? Anyway. I could possibly help him. I do need to get to what I am coming here for to do so.
Okay.
Unless any of you want to volunteer.
Volunteer for what?
I'm just kidding. Figured I'd give you a spook.
Okay. Well, we are happy to help you get what you need then.
Forgotten Few. It's an
Right.
odd name. came up with it.
The dead one.
Before he became deadish.
Yeah, before he forgot who he was.
Not really a pirate's name.
Well, we weren't really thinking of pirates. Really wasn't in the whole thing when we thought of it.
We're not really pirates. It was a joke.
Ah,
You try it sometimes. It's pretty fun.
I've never been on the ocean, so I just want to do that. Never seen it.
It is beautiful. One of the most
I've been
special
told.
places in my life. Kind of gives you more sentimental, fake, teary answer.
I've been told around my tribe it smells weird sometimes. It depends on the time of day.
Right. Are we all rested up then?
Yes.
Hey, dead one,
Yep.
you coming or what?
Yeah, coming. He comes trudging down the sewer.
Was he always this mopey, or did the dead thing kind of?
Yeah, the dead thing.
The
worked
dead
dead
it.
thing.
thing, kind of. Yeah.
By the way, forgot. Takes out his little pouch. I only have 10 of these. Because I like you. It's because I think you're going to be great pirates someday that I'm only allowed to have one. These. Takes out what looks like little beans. Let us breathe underwater for about a good 30 minutes or so. So, if I don't fuck up, and I choose the right pipe, which I believe is the one closest to us, we should be okay to get there. If I fuck up, we have to swim the opposite direction. One or two of us with weaker lungs might drown. If we're all okay with that, are we?
Sure.
We don't have much
Go
of a
for it.
choice. So
Awesome. Great to hear. Come on. Here. Tosses each one of you a smaller bean. Do not eat it till we are ready. Jump out. Okay?
How
Okay.
long does it last? Could be useful information.
half hour, he said.
All right.
Roughly. Yes, half hour. Half
Okay,
hour.
roughly.
And
What do
I haven't
you
really
mean,
tried them yet.
why?
The lady I bought them off of in the warehouse district said they would last about a half hour. So,
Hmm.
oh, I
That'd be
trust
the
her.
lady
Trust
with
me.
the old grandma.
how are we getting back exactly? If getting in is gonna take.
Good point.
That's a good question.
Well, like I said, I can get us in. I can get out.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. Sorry.
Solid.
So
Well,
is there another way
if
that
we
we
take
can
this-
get out then?
If we take this power source, the other two exhaust ports, I guess, channels for it should be empty of it.
You know, won't they all be full of water still?
Right. So all we have to do is hold our breath for 30 minutes.
Right.
They don't all go
Is-
to sea.
Do you know of any other better way for us to get out outside of swimming for drowning?
Unless you have a way to replicate these beans, I don't really know. I can just be gone in a moment.
Would it
I
work
also
with your
have a backup
pouch?
bean.
Would that work in your pouch egg?
I have no idea.
Wait,
What's
what?
pouch
I'm
you're
sorry,
talking about?
I didn't hear. Huh? Wait, I didn't hear Sarah's
Uh,
question.
Can you
Well,
recreate the
In your
beans?
pouch.
Oh,
Are
you
they
know what? Well, I mean, I was
beans
gonna say
or
if you
beads?
Beans.
well, I was gonna say
Yeah.
yeah. So if you toss me a bean, then like you bring it up. That's actually I mean, works for. Let me try. And I'm
Well,
gonna
wait,
open up my
do you-
pouch and I'm
wait.
gonna put my bean in my pouch.
But wait.
Too late.
Do you have an extra bean? Because if this doesn't work, he's dead.
Well, I have 2 extra. I don't really feel like giving them up.
I can pay you.
Well, how much you got?
Oh, let me see if this works first before we start. I'm picking things up as I go, having to be in the city. So give me 1 second. So I put the bean in my pouch, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try. So I'm not thinking. I'm just going to think of trying to pull out one of those beans.
Pull out.
Am I able to pull out the bean? Okay, I'm gonna hold one in my hand. I'm gonna try to pull out another bean.
Pull out another bean.
It works.
But do they function?
At least I think so. Well, Oh.
Don't eat it now.
good-
Don't fucking waste it. If
Well,
it's
then
true.
how am I gonna find out?
See, like, are you able to see? You said you can sense some magics at least, right? Are you able to tell if these work as intended?
I ain't no fucking gardener. I can sense if she's a spell touch, but I can't tell if these beans are magical. I'm
Well,
sorry,
saying,
friend.
do you have?
Is it a magic
okay.
bean, or does that bean
Well, I
just
don't-
do that?
Well, so I don't know if we happen to be a gardener can do with magic.
I could either take 10 minutes or we could chance him biting it on the way in.
If we take 2 minutes, we won't be able to make it in time.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna put both
Put
beans back
those
in my
in a
pouch.
different pouch.
Too late.
Take one of the
Yeah,
extra.
I already did it. No, I already did it. I already put both beans back in my pouch.
That could be interesting.
So we're just gonna go in without any plan of how to get out. Just a hope that
Yeah.
these beans.
By the way, did you keep track which bean was the right bean before you put the bean in the pouch?
So how it works? Okay, so I'm gonna show you something. So before I put one of these chilies in my pouch, right, and I'm gonna pull out
I'm
one
gonna
of
show you
the
something.
I'm gonna pull out one of the soul chilies, right? And I'm like, okay, here's one, right? And I'm gonna reach in my pouch. I'm gonna pull out another soul chili. So like it's the same thing. I only put one in, but like I already pulled one out, and then there's like another two. So like the pouch is Isaiah made it. It's like a magic spice pouch thing. I
You
put
lost
one
me.
thing, I
You
get a
just
bunch of
pulled 2
others.
chilies out of a spice pouch. I don't know if I'm supposed to be impressed
Try it.
or
You should
confused.
try it.
Don't
Take a bite. You'll understand what I mean.
I think I'm okay.
We don't need our guide shitting his pants.
It's not shitting pants.
Well, if he drowns, it's not on me.
Get moving.
I'll be fine.
Let's go. This will be a fun experiment.
This guy says, I'll be fine.
I'll figure it out.
Anyway,
All those campaign.
all right. About 5 minutes or so. Anybody have a way to get through Metal Boss? As you can
Metal
see,
Boss.
as you walk closer and closer, you can see sunlight beginning to stream in. And you can see what looks like black bars ahead of you, probably about 20 or 30 feet.
We've
You
done
wanna
some
go loud
bending
or
before.
quiet?
I
I
can
don't
do
think it
that.
really matters at this point. We're pretty far away from the main center of the city. And as you get closer and walk, you can hear waves
Is-
crashing into the side.
Is there a door?
It is just a
It's
grate.
just bars.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we can do the old bend trick.
Or you could
I
give
can
me
do
a
that.
couple of minutes to find the weak points and then just pop it off.
Sure.
Okay. I can use cheap metal to. Okay.
I don't know what
Did we
you
take
can
a short
do.
rest?
You did take a short
did,
rest. If
yeah.
anybody
Okay, cool.
needed to
I'm just
roll,
checking.
hit dice, or whatever.
As
Yes.
as everyone goes up and like starts to work on these bars, can I just kind of like almost like grab Seelick, just like make sure he doesn't keep walking forward, just like pull him back to like talk to him while everyone else goes up to the bars?
Sure.
And I'm just gonna kind of say to him just a bit away. You guys might even be able to hear me. But I'll say like, listen, my friends are pretty quick to trust. Me, not so much. What do you want out of that vault? And can we trust you to not be the wrong hands, as you were putting it?
Call it sort of a vial. Since it's important to me. Trinket. I was gifted when I was a young kid. Well, helped create, I should say. Contains a little bit of a liquid that is important.
Can I make an insight check on that to see if
Sure.
he's making it up or not? That is what's my insight bonus? 17.
Can everybody deafen?
Ooh. Okay.
Except for Gordon.
Spicy. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. D6 from Song of Rest for whoever can hear.
Oh, I didn't do that.
I remember how to deafen. There.
It's on Discord. Okay.
Everybody deaf? Okay. Everybody deaf is gonna be. He seems to be telling you a partial. Some of the words that he seems to be telling you seem to be true,
but I don't know. A vial in a vault underneath the city of Erebar? Why would the Lord of Erebar want to keep a vial? You believe it's something important to it. Whether or not it's an actual vial
But
seems odd.
but the part he's saying about it's just sort of like a thing that like he wants for himself, right? Is more what I'm concerned for. Like I just
Definitely
don't-
wants it for himself. You get that sense, sure.
All right.
Whispers.
Have you helped me? I'll help you, like I promised.
And I'll pat him by the shirt and just be like, "We'll help you if you help us, but we'll fuck you if you fuck us." And I'll let him go and just start walking towards the grate.
Jesus, Gordon.
I
Think
know.
about it for half a second.
Listen.
Well, here he's a one. Did you get the bars off yet?
Isaiah would approach the gate and start looking at how it connects to the tunnel. And as he does, Ren hears in her head, I think, because I think we're still connected for a while.
Yeah.
Could you see if Calder gets any weird vibes? Just in case, because Corgas and Cade could definitely change his shit. I don't know about Corgas.
Yeah, I'll see. And then Calder will hear in his head, vibe check on see like Isaiah's worried about.
Vibe check. Divine sense.
Fine sense.
Yeah, any read?
No. Seems normal.
Why'd you say it like that?
Seems normal. You don't get any
Thanks,
whatever you
check on
call
the
it.
DM.
Anything? Nothing?
Nothing pings in this
Okay.
sewer here.
All good. Normal vibes.
Pass the vibe check to Isaiah.
He passed the vibe check.
You hear in both your heads. What about me? Do I pass a vibe check? You hear in your voice. It's Avery.
Oh, like
We all hear this?
No, just you two.
Me and Ren?
Mhm.
Oh. Yeah,
it's like 50-50.
you're fine, kid. I
We'll
mean,
see.
you're a little
Sweet.
bit of a shit, but you're fine.
What's a vibe check?
I don't know. I thought you would know, all you young fuckers.
How did you hear that, Avery?
I can hear pretty much everything that you guys are saying, especially whenever you do the thing with your thing. I also seem to do the thing whenever you do the
with your
thing.
Okay, so like whenever I talk to anybody else with like the mind thing, you hear it.
I kind of took it. I'm sorry I didn't ask.
Okay, so like what do you mean you took it? So like whenever I connect to anybody, like are you just gonna hear it for forever?
I'm not sure. Are you mad?
I no, like I
Just
don't think you did
confused.
it on purpose.
Well, I
It's
kind of
kinda-
did because you always were like staring at your, and I thought you had something
Thief.
interesting with the, so I just touched and
What?
well,
I was always staring at what?
your friends
Uh-huh.
with like this blank stare, and you kind of looked like you were reading their minds or looking deep within their soul, and so I thought there was just something interesting about you. So I have this a gift that I can and take. I can just, and it just comes to me. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, it's interesting. It's weird. Like, can you do anything else that I can do? Like, could you like summon a dagger if you wanted to?
I haven't tried.
Try. Just like
How?
think. Okay, so like look at your hand and like envision a mist and then envision that mist turning into a dagger.
Is that really what you do?
I mean, that's what I did at first. Now it just kind of happens. It's like danger dagger. It's like an instinct.
Okay, I can try. Dagger. Nothing.
Weird. Okay,
Dang
so
it.
just like the mind thing.
Played the
So
vibe
like
chip.
So why'd
if
you
I
choose a
didn't-
dagger? Why not like something cool like a sword?
because daggers are cool. I can throw daggers really far and stab
I'm-
people from far
I'm
away
with you
with
kids.
my
Swords are
brain.
way cooler.
They are, aren't they?
Hell
Throwing
yeah.
knives.
Ren, are you constipated? Are you okay?
I don't
They're, like,
always.
You just
focusing
see,
super
you just see
hard.
all, you just see all three of these, like these three standing in the sewers, just staring at each other.
So we dealing with
I'm
this
still like
or-
watching Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cole's
are
just,
we, are we
Cole's
still,
just standing, staring straight forward.
I'm not.
are we moving? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. We'll stick a pin in that conversation. I have more
We're fine.
questions.
She's got shit.
Not Matt though.
I mean,
I
do you
just
wanna
wanted
stop?
to,
We're in the sewers.
I just wanted to say I was sorry. That's all. I didn't ask. He seemed pretty cool though. Way cooler than Redrick.
Well, I mean, for sure, definitely. No, I'm not mad. I mean, like it's useful for you to be able to do that. So I don't think it took anything from me.
Do you like freak people?
Sometimes, like I don't like intend to. Dude, this little centaur kid got freaked out when I did a coin trick. He like called me a witch and ran away.
Well, you are a witch.
You kind of look
Well,
like one.
shut up. You're one to talk.
Not a witch.
The
Neither am
bunny
I.
witch. Well, you're
I mean,
like
if
a
you need to-
skeleton freaky guy with wings, and you have bunny ears.
Well,
I
at least
mean,
he has
I'm not
cool
a
wings.
skeleton.
You have like green daggers.
Yeah, that I make with my brain. It's pretty
Nerd.
fucking cool. Telekinetic chef.
Just through the bars. But I just want to say I'm sorry. I didn't ask.
Okay, well, forgiven. I'll ask more questions later.
Cool. So, like, how often can you do this? She just kind of
Jesus.
questions you on it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I break into the mind
I'll explain it to
conversation
her.
and just say, "What are we doing with these damn bars?"
How's it going, Isaiah?
Isaiah's wrench is just a centimeter too big and it's just slipping on the nut. Shit! What are you doing, Isaiah?
Looking at how the grate is installed into the tunnel.
Okay, just give me a general intelligence check.
Guidance.
Alrighty.
Draw one.
No, the one was on the guidance.
What a lame guidance.
Not my fault.
Total of 9.
9.
What the hell?
Just seems to be bolted in. The grate itself. You can see
Oh.
large bolts and lug nuts.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
All right then. Yeah, I'll get to work over here. You get to work over there. We could rip it out, or we could take a while doing it the normal way.
Just knock it out as fast as you can.
All right. Ook.
Tum, 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 tum.
Hit here and here. I'm going to point out to the bolt and have him just try and wrench it off.
Yeah.
While applying a crowbar at one of the other bolts to weaken.
Okay. All of you begin to hear the like the bending and shifting of these metal bars as Isaiah and Ook both use their strength to kind of. Can you give me an athletics check for both of you?
I could heat the metal if
assist?
you want me to make it easier.
You can help. Advantage.
Don't waste a spell. It's just metal. It bends.
Uh,
It breaks.
okay.
eventually.
I remember Critical Role couldn't get through a goddamn door.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I got a. Let me double check that. Yeah. Okay. Oh. helps when you scroll in the correct direction. I got a 22. Ook got a 19.
Okay. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes before you hear ting, 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 ting. Poof. Thing kind of shifts, and you see you kind of grab onto it with one hand and scrapes it against the stone and
After you.
All right. I would say take the bean. Good luck, big man. If you begin to drown,
Okay.
try to turn around and swim back to the surface. I don't really want your blood on my hands. Technically, it's not. You screwed up. You put the bean in the bag.
I have a way to figure that out. I'll be fine.
he then turns to all of you, pops the bean in the mouth and begins to chew, and then just he goes. You see him almost like he's choking before he falls.
How far does he fall?
You know,
You look down, 200 plus feet.
Oh,
You look
let's
down
go.
down to a cliffside of waves just crashing into the side of the rock.
Echo's
Yay.
gonna walk over to the edge, turn around, just have a little salute, and just fall backwards because his ring of feather fall. He's just gonna just slowly descend down into the water.
Does that let you?
I'm gonna
cast
start
Featherfall?
hyperventilating.
Because you could use that on everyone if it lets you cast Featherfall.
No, it's
I
only
think
Uh,
it's
mhm.
on. Yeah.
I'll
Woo.
take a couple steps and jump out and, pencil dive or whatever.
Calder leaps.
definitely
Um,
not
like
throwing
a rock.
anything this time. Pop the bead in, and me and Ook jump.
Okay.
I did not eat the bean, just as a reminder.
Yep, nearly Calder.
I'll eat it when I get in the water. When I get in the water.
All right, all right.
I'll pop the bean in and then say, "Last one in's a rotten dog egg," and jump in.
I can hold my breath for a while anyway.
look at Avery. I think I'm fine with being a rotten dog egg.
Yeah, I don't really like beans.
Me neither. Okay, I'll look at egg. You ready?
You first.
You see-
Here we go.
And you just hear little foot pads in the water. You see Avery jump. 2 bunny ears just flapping in the air.
I'll eat my bean. I'll look at egg, and I will run, jump, and wave.
I'll pull a bean out of my pouch. I'll finish hyperventilating, and I'll pop my bean in my mouth, and I'll go. What is it? I'm gonna jump in, and I'm gonna go in for a dive.
You all jump. And that feeling of immediate, oh shit, this is high. As you begin to, you feel the wind rushing up in your face and your hair begins to grow wildly. Those of you that ate the beans can't breathe. You begin to choke and you feel your throat closing. One by one. Cassis. Those of you that hit the water, you can breathe. And you kind of float. You feel weightless in here. Then the Calder flies down past all of you in a pencil dive. As you all kind of float about 10 or so feet in the surface, Calder just...
Once I'm kind of like stable a little more in the water, I'll pop the bean.
You get this brief moment that you can't breathe. And then you feel airways open up. And you swim up towards the rest of your group. All of you that are kind of in the same area, except for Cassis, did you eat the bean?
Nope.
Okay, you're just in the water. Everyone but Cassis. You can see that your party now has gills at the side of both of their neck, right under the chin. You can also see what looks like little fish fins that have sprouted out of their forearms. And in the
Did
back
eggs
of
bean
their...
work?
Eggs bean worked.
Nice.
Hey.
I just assumed.
No, he's just dead. Except for Eggball, who floats lifelessly in the water. Not only does it let you breathe underwater, but it seems like you have a swimming speed equal to your running and walking speed.
Nice.
It not only lets you breathe, but it seems to have transformed all of you in some sort of way. Even Avery, you can see gills under her odd pale like skin, kind of flapping in the waves, and you hear kind of like see like waving you on, pointing towards direction that's back towards the wall that you kind of had descended, kind of wrapping in a northwestern direction. You guys begin to swim. Calder eventually catching up with the back of the party.
Seeing the guild, the actual swimming aspects of it, he just kind of just reluctantly pops the bean and eats it, so he won't be left behind.
Yeah, pop the bean.
Pop the bean.
Pop that
Pop the bean. Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys.
That's not even. Not even it. Not even.
I know.
It's not even it.
It's
It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. All right, guys. We're over it.
Hey.
You begin to swim, and you follow him for a good probably 10 or 15 minutes before he begins to put his hand alongside the wall. And then you see him point. And ejecting out of the side of the stone wall, you see a large brass pipe, similar to that of which held the blue stone within the golden halls. Tell that it's sort of the same make, but it's much larger. The pipe itself probably spans 15 to 20 feet in width. Massive ejection pipe. Kind of waves you all towards it.
Swim through.
On we go.
You get to it. You can get, as you approach, you begin to feel the temperature of the water change. You can see it warmer and warmer till it's almost hot on your skin when you're near the pipe. Celix's the first one to put his hand on the brass pipe. You see him kind of motion that he just got burnt. Kind of looks down at his hand. Kind of gives you all a thumbs up. And begins to curve in. What's the marching order here? The swimming order.
I'll stay close to the front.
I'm in the back.
I'll be in the middle.
I'll have Ook as best he can with Calder, and I'll be right behind him.
Cool. I'll be in the back with this guy, Echo.
This guy.
Think of the name real
Yeah.
quick. And encyclopedia all the
Gurnin
names real quick.
Kisoko. Calder,
Also,
as you...
As we go into the pipe, can I just say, like, why is everyone being so... Can I try and say something? Does it work? Why is everyone being so quiet? Okay.
No voice comes up.
Figured.
He swims in. Calder, you follow him, not too far behind. And when you do, you see like quickly turning back around, swimming frantically towards you. You're like, you pause for a moment,
around.
and you turn around, and as you can see behind him, a light, pure blue. He kind of smashes into you as he pushes past, waving you all. I need you, him, and whoever was the third person. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think.
To make me dexterity saving throw. As you can see this massive blue flame rolling its way through the pipe.
As we're wheeling around too, I'll project mentally back to Ren.
I will pass it along.
You said dex save, right? Big yikes. +4 for those of us that are near me.
What was it?
Not great. Is it, me first, I guess?
That is you first, my friend. 8.
8. That tracks.
Oh no.
What did Ook
5.
get?
David.
David?
Sorry.
Ooh.
14 total for Ook.
Okay. Natural 12. Kind of scoots past and does this like little roll, kind of gets out of the way just in time before all of you are far enough back to be able to swim out of the way from this ejection point. As the flame rolls out of the center of the pipe, it starts out by the stream, but it kind of looks like dragon's breath as it bursts out into the ocean. Pure flame that does not seem to be squashed at all by the water, the ocean. You just see fire in water. Colder. Ook will take half of this. You take 10 points total of fire damage. Ook will take 5.
Gotcha.
You're kind of burnt on the shoulder as you're just enough. You kind of slam into the pipe and it kind of burns you, and the flame catches your arm as it just without much sound. You guys feel an impact. You just see the blue flame rolling over top of itself before the cone kind of dissipates in its distance, and it is quite far. It's probably 100 feet or so before it just turns to steam. It begins to rise the surface.
You'd see like kind of a like.
Yeah, he kind of goes.
I'm just gonna swim by both of them, just like, come on, just like gesture forwards and just go.
You guys begin to swim behind
Back
Redrick.
in.
Question: does this give us swimming speed equal to our walking speed?
Yes.
Beans? Okay, then I'm swimming real fast.
Okay.
50 feet around. Just
So you're heading
This is getting way
in front
away
of
from us?
Yeah.
away in front of. Okay.
Okay.
So you begin to swim, all of you. Redrick leading the party, faster and faster. All of you kind of. There's enough space in this pipe, even though it is blistering hot, for each one of you to swim like above and below each other or side by side. Each one of you. Gordon, you swim for about 10 or so minutes before you begin to realize that you are swimming up. Pipe is slowly going up.
I'm sorry. I just want to try to swim as close to as many people within my reach as possible as we're going through this.
Okay. You swim. Good 10, 15 minutes longer. The brass pipe, you can even see some of it is even still red with heat from the flame. As you pass by it, all of you kind of make sure to avoid it. The water feels staler here, almost like that. Like if you, I don't know if you've ever felt metal underneath water, it kind of makes the water feel odd and grimy. It kind of has that same feel as you're swimming through it, thicker than the ocean itself. Gordon, you get to a point where you see the tube that is kind of going up at an upward angle change direction slightly. Well, not so drastically, actually. In an upward angle. You kind of stop, look up, and you can see what looks like probably 200, 300 feet above you. Black ring. The surface. And you jut up.
I'll pause for a second, look back at everyone, and just like signal up, and then go.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to use another charge on my amulet.
Perfect. Anybody else doing anything special?
Mm-mm.
You head up. Gordon, you're the first to break the surface. You can breathe as the gills begin to fade. Seems like you just had just enough time to make that distance.
Uh-oh.
You sit and you wade in what looks like a crater. The stone around you is kind of destroyed and put to rubble. You see blackened scorns of scorch marks on the rock. Some of it is even kind of tumbled and falling in lightly as you emerge. You send rocks kind of tumbling down the water's surface. Kind of crawl out. At this point, you do notice something above you, casting a beautiful light blue glow. Is this device that is attached to 3 large pipes. One of the pipes burst right at the coupling when it attaches to the device and the pipe. The device is almost like a polyhedron. And it rotates. It's massive. A good 10, 15 feet in width. Made of pure brass. Glass panes. And each one of the triangles. So you can see the blue light kind of reflecting off of the water. It's at this point the rest of your party emerges.
I'll put my hand on the rock and like test if it's hot or not.
It's not.
Alright, crawl out of the water.
Same.
Do a quick
Yeah.
scan around, see if there's anyone else in
Okay,
here.
so the crater you sit in
Yep.
is probably 15 feet down to the below floor level. So you all are going to climb up?
Yeah.
So all of you climb up, and what you see in front of you is a massive round chamber of pure black obsidian, stone. The floor itself shines with that obsidian shine that you guys have seen before, but it seems like each block has been perfectly placed and carved to make this beautiful pattern on the floor. The round walls seem to be made of the same substance, laid equally on top of each other. Around you see different statues. One straight ahead and to your left is a cloaked figure, holding a sword with a sun on the pommel. The one on the right, you see what looks like a massive lion roaring up at the sky. You turn around behind you, where the device glows, and you see a massive golden sun suspended on the wall. The blue glow of this polyhedron, every time it passes and glows, causing this beautiful reflection across the floor. Very ominous, and you see no other items like a normal vault would carry. No gold, no treasure. Only this device.
No
And isn't that
vials.
like? Give me a perception check.
I'm ready for this.
Can I do a detect thoughts to see if anyone's within 30 feet of us?
Go ahead.
Okay. Pay.
Well, it's gonna
I do.
be 12 total.
You don't see any vials.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
like
gonna-
the only thing he says is, "Well, isn't that a sight?"
Can I get a read on Celix's reaction to that being the only thing in here?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Or no, I'm perception check. Sorry, insight. So he uses saying perception. It's his
9.
DM's flaw. 9! He just seems amazed as you all are. In front of you, also, in between 2 large pillars, with a great, what looks like phoenix at the top of the pillar. You see 2 large, dark, black doors with gold inlays. In front of you, to your right, to your left.
All right.
Do-
I'm guessing
do I
that's what
detect
we
anything?
need.
Do I detect anything with detect thoughts within 30 feet?
30 feet? No, you don't.
As soon
Where's
as we
your
get
vial?
this like cinematic shot of it, you just see like a rock thrown really hard just at the side of it. That didn't work.
Jesus.
What did you throw
Oh,
at
yeah.
Just a
the
rock.
device?
Yeah, just a rock. Something.
Here.
Seriously?
Tung!
Hey, what if it
It's
works?
this loud.
I shoot you a look.
You remember the last time one of those things got broken?
We gotta break it to get the stone. What do you plan on doing?
Well, maybe something with a little bit more finesse than a fucking rock.
All right.
Speaking of which, Isaiah is keeping a close eye on Ook as we get into this chamber.
Good call.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Good idea, because Ook is definitely different. You see the flames that usually lick through the cracks of the seams of his plates. And every lick of flame that is kind of bursting from Ook heads towards the device. You see his eyes pulsing, brighter than normal. The drawings and carvings that you have made into him all glow blue as well. After the last, what the hell are you doing? The door in front of you.
Oh boy.
And all you see, white light, kind of streaming into the darkness. You all have to close your eyes for a moment. You see 4 figures. Sorry, I had to remember in my head how many there were. 4 figures
Oh boy.
approaching you. The only thing you can see behind the white light is their silhouette. They approach. The one in the center seems to be taller than the rest of them.
I'm gonna cast light on the sword. See if we can get a look at him.
Sure. As you cast light, the doors behind close, leaving an ominous blue glow in this black black room. The light. Four figures. One of them familiar, the others not. Well done, my friends. Thank you, Selik, for making your presence known, revealing yourself once you escape from the prison. But I am going to tell you this. You will not be taking this device today. I will be. I've been granted permission by the Lord. It seems like you, 7, are traitors. Thieves. Caught red-handed. You recognize the voice. That of a bard. Throws back his hood. You see a tanned and bronze-skinned gentleman, bald, with a small patch of facial hair. Throws the silver and gray hood back. But I am glad to finally see you again. Somehow you survived the nightmare.
I'm disappointed.
But this is as far as your journey goes. Your friend, unfortunately, has met her demise already. You will be next.
Detect
Just
thoughts.
another-
I want to see if he's telling the truth.
Go ahead and detect thoughts.
Can I
It seems-
insight check what he said about our friend?
Go ahead. Nothing
another-
else extra on his mind, other than, very stern. I don't know. I don't really know how to express other than what he's saying. It seems to be exactly what he's thinking.
Okay.
Yet another
What?
liar and manipulator. And I'll draw my sword.
What is Seelik's reaction to this? He seems surprised as well, or
Insight
does he-
check.
Okay.
So insight check into a bot about our friend. That's a 17.
He seems stoic and strong in his words.
My insight on Seelik is a 10.
You see him, as you look back to look at Seelik's reaction, he's actually approaching forward next to Calder. Puts his hand on your shoulder, Calder. It's good to see you, my friend. It's been a long time. Master McCoy, it has indeed been a long time. How have your studies been going?
Eh, they've kind of waned in the recent years. But ever since I figured out what you were doing in the Brass Tower, I figured I'd take a different path. I am not the same man, you'll remember. Promise you that. Anyway, I don't have time for this. We must get back to the city.
See
You two. Dispatch of them.
These are the wrong hands.
And at this point, you see the two that are flanking on the outside begin to just. They each have a blade, a long, what seems like silver rapier that just ignites blue flame. Begin to surround your party, slowly.
As they start moving, Isaiah will put a hand on Ren and she'll feel the same warmth from before for the warded belt.
Sweet.
My friends, it is time for this nonsense of this world, of this city, all of it come to an end. With this, finally bringing a means to an end. My lord will come back. He will be risen, and chaos will once again reign over these lands.
So you're
bite
crazy,
the-
crazy.
I'm gonna bite the inside of my thumb and
Time out, everybody!
Okay.
Before somebody starts casting spells, just let me tell the story.
Okay. So
1 second. It's at that point. There is one left out of the four that stands next to you. Familiar figure to you. The same person that had stolen Falcon stands. Blonde hair kind of let out. She stands there stoic next to him. He looks to her. Take care of them. I will grab the gem. I'll meet you back in orbit. Kind of gives him a brief nod. The others flank you. You all kind of begin to draw your weapons in anticipation for a fight. And at that point, you see Selik cut himself amongst the wrist. The whole way down from wrist to elbow. You see blood just begin to pour out of his wound. His whole body is now consumed by flame. The tattoo ignites and glows blue. His eyes lick with flames. His hair, bright orange, kind of flares up for a moment. The headband that he wears lights with these runes. Abod, I am not letting you leave this chamber with this device. I've come to take your soul. It will finally be mine. You won't take his. As you wish. You see Abod begin to rise. He does. This blue flame begins to form in his hand. And you see the female figure turn. Take something out of her boot and toss it at Abod. He causes the flame, but it goes through and hits. A small gem on his neck. Something comes out of it. And land. A body. What seems like a humanoid lands on the ground. Familiar white hair and purple skin. She turns, the figure that tossed the knife turns to you, Isaiah, and looks you dead in the eyes. The best I could do. In the flaming portal that she came from before, she falls back into it. God damn it, girl! That's where we're going to pick up next session.
no, come on, come on.
Hello, Kate. Welcome
Hi,
back.
Kate.
Sorry I could not get you in there any earlier. I apologize.
That's totally okay. Is Vulcan conscious?
She is. Well, we will get to your entrance truly next week.
Okay.
Hi, Kate.
Hey.
Hi.
Velkin, we'll just finish with this.
Ooh.
Velkin, the prison of pure blue that you were housed in felt like years. It reminded you of home. Dark, cold, deep, dark feeling. You were alone once again. No friends, no family. Betrayed by your friends, those of you who thought you were friends. Tortured by a bod, questioned. You felt like you were falling. You knew exactly where you were. You've done enough studying to know that this was some sort of pocket dimension that he had captured you and put you. You land and you find yourself blinking on the floor. Some cold black obsidian. Your vision coming to. You see the Forgotten Few standing in front of you. Weapons drawn.
God. Did I miss your ugly faces?
And that's where we will truly end our session.
Hey!
Welcome back, Kate. We missed you so much.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
I miss everybody too. I'm really excited to be back and have Vulcan.
So we are super excited to have you back.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't get you in earlier, but this is how
It's
D&D
okay.
works.
Wait another
That's how
week.
D&D works. So,
I've been listening and anticipating the whole time. So,
so.
it's okay.
But we will have our story continue next.
All right. One more time to reiterate before we go. We had our giveaway today. We got a couple winners. That being Murdoch, Herberor, Malevity, Tito Tot, Caveman Wallace, and Chilling with Moonlight.
Yep.
You guys will be getting messages on Twitch letting you know that you won, getting some details from you so we can actually get you the prizes. So keep an eye out for that. If you don't get back to us within a week, we will unfortunately be choosing a new winner. So keep an ear out for that as well, everyone watching.
Woohoo!
But other than that, also check out Speechless Nights. You know, we do that on Sundays too.
Yeah,
do that too, man.
We're gonna talk about some stuff.
Sunday.
We're gonna talk about the last two episodes.
Speechless
It'll be
Lights. We do nights off. Come check us out. We do some fun stuff. We talk about shit. Either games or random stuff. Come check us out. We're cool.
All right.
fun. Thank you.
Liam's had some drinks.
I have.
Yeah,
All
right. Love you, everybody.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you
Don't
guys.
forget the
Keep it
outro.
popping. Keep it popping.
Don't forget
play
the
the
outro.
I'm not gonna
Play the
throw
outro.
the outro.
Outro.